Truly free, be stopped never through all that's happening.
Alrighty, hello homies. I hope you guys are doing Omega Rad today. It's been a little bit since we've had a God talk. I ain't gonna lie, homies. I'm slightly excited over this. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on a second. Excuse me. All right. So I'm doing okay. I'm surviving. Let me make sure I have all my music turned down real quick as well. I think it's turned down enough to where it's fine, but I think it's turned down a bit. We're going to turn it down just a little bit more, though, just in case. Alrighty, homies. Let's go on over here. Hello. Wow, dude, I look like... I look like I've had a day. I promise I haven't had a day. It's just I was wearing a Grinch hat today. And I know it's kind of obvious. You're probably like, well, yeah, you're wearing a Grinch t-shirt, so it's a little obvious here. I just wanted to talk to you guys, to you homies, and just say I was sick last week, so that's a big reason why I also didn't stream last week. I got a lot of Christmas wrapping gifts done. Well, that's pretty cool in my opinion. Hey, getting Christmas wrapping done is awesome, because I still got to freaking do it. I'm not gonna lie. So I might do a stream where I'm doing that, to be honest with you. I don't know yet, though. If I do, it'd be like Wednesday if I do a stream like that where I'm rapping, because I bought some gifts for my coworkers, but I also bought some gifts for like some of the kids that are in what do you call it? That are in the special ed class as well. And I still gotta buy some more. Honestly, I might even like, you know, go be honest with you, homies. I might just might have to ask y'all for some advice on gifting for a few friends. I might get some what do you call it? Stuff. I have to buy at least 3 more things, which I didn't know about it, but I was like, whoops. So I don't exactly know what to buy, because there's one special ed girl I need to buy for, and actually there's 2 of them, and there's one boy I have to buy for as well. I've already bought like I bought some for 2 boys and for 2 girls, which are 2 different things. So it's like now I've got to think of other stuff, which I don't know anything about them, but I know for one of them I can probably just get something like really like small, which is really cool. Yeah, there's like literally a toys one, so I might just have to look at the toys one and just see what's for sale on Amazon for the toys deals or something like that. On a Gracing, and I want to get something that's not going to cost me a fortune as well. That would be really cool. I know Squishmallows are a big thing and stuff, but like I'm looking through all these now, and like Legos cost like $1,000, and I'm like, I ain't doing that. Da 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 do 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 do. I have no idea what I would buy some of these kids, because I don't want to spend too much money, but also some of these cost so much dang money, it makes me like want to eat cactus cheese. You know, it's like what the crud? Like they be selling the stuff for like fortunes, bro. There's a coloring book I could get, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to buy something that's just like simple and cool, you know. A noisy baby animals. No, I don't need to do that. Dude, there's one called Chicken versus Hot Dog. I'm looking for some gifts right now. I know it's kind of funny. So anyway, just to kind of update y'all, I was sick last week. I more than likely had the flu. So I took off work last week, like for 2 days last week. And I wasn't even feeling good Saturday either. So it stinks because I was going to use last Saturday as an excuse to be like, yes, I will get my work done, my editing work done. And then, well, I got sick. And then this last week, which was last Saturday and Sunday, which is yesterday and Saturday, we had church Christmas stuff going on. So I'm just like, you know, and I don't mind it. I think it's really cool, but like, you know, it was not in my hand to where things were going to go the way that I wanted to, which is fine. I get it. That's just life. But I got some really cool stuff to talk about tonight in regards to it. So there's a purpose and a reason for it. So that's pretty rad. I have no idea what to get, bro. I have no idea. Let's see. Holiday Kids Gift Book. There's preschool. There's game lovers, young learners, bro. I have no idea. I'm gonna get one for the cuddlers, bro. Everybody like, you know, the homie kids like to cuddle with their little animals, so I'm gonna have to get something like that. What the heck is this? It's a $12 Squishmallow, and that thing looks uglier than Garbo glute cheese. What the heck is this? That's crazy. I might just get this other one. I ain't gonna lie. That one looks cheaper. I'm gonna buy it probably. I All right. I got one. No, it says Thursday, bro. I don't want Thursday. I need Wednesday. I need Wednesday. I need Wednesday, bro. This stinks. The one thing I wanted to buy is it's not here now, homies. Dude, I'm in trouble, homies. Don't worry. I'm looking for something real quick. I promise I will be done in a second. I need to, like, find some stuff that, like, has it work, you know? Loneliness, don't you come around. Boo. I'm looking for stuff that will arrive Wednesday. If it arrives Wednesday, then I'm golden, homies. I'm choosing. Don't worry, homies. We'll talk in just a second. I'm just looking for something real quick. Because I need to like find something that's not gonna cost me a fortune. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm a little lost, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what some of these homies want. There's like one boy I need to buy for and 2 girls. And like, you know, I know what to get the 2 girls. I can just get like some like plush animal or something. But like the other ones, I'm like the other homie boy, I'm like, I have no idea what to buy you. Boom, 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 do. All right, hold on, homies. I know I'm like distracting right now. I want to get something real quick. But anyway, my life's been wild. I'm sorry I missed stream for a little bit. We got a God Talk that's kind of fire today. I just need to, and I got some fun stuff I want to show y'all in just a second. Bro, dude, you know what? I could buy this. It's almost $20 though. That's my problem. It's like there's like a little Hello Kitty one. Dude, I really like these. I'm gonna buy some Hello Kitty stuff, I think, for these little homies. I think that'd be so cool. I think that they would love this. I don't know why there's like little cat stuff that's a little goofy, but... Alright, I'm gonna buy this, like... There's a T-Turtle thing. I'm buying 2 of these plushes. Bro, 2% claimed. Bro, get that in my cart. It's a lightning deal. I didn't even know that. Alright. Add to cart. Alright, don't worry, homies. I'm almost done Christmas shopping. I need to do this real quick because if I don't, I'm going to forget and it won't be in time. And I'm like, I need to have one that comes in time. So, what do you call it? So I think that'd be pretty rad. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy this one called the My Melody one. And then, there you go. All right, so I've got 2. Now I just got to buy for the boy and I'm A-okay. I am like solid done. And y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I got to talk to y'all about something I've been spending money on in a second too. All right. I got to buy for a guy, a homie boy, and then we're done. All right. Dude, for kids, dude. My stomach's about to explode. It's not that bad. Let's see. I might just get another Transformer. Gonna be a brighter day. I don't know what else to buy for this homie though. And brighten up your day. We're gonna find this though. We're gonna find the... I'm just gonna buy another Transformer, I think, homies. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, it's $20 though. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Let's see. I think I've got one of an idea so far, homies. I think I'm getting this one. Let me see. Alright, I think I found one, homies. Alright, I think this will be pretty cool. Oh, I'm gonna be so dirt poor from this, but you know what? I'm not gonna be dirt poor, but all right. This is kind of wild for me. Okay, I'm done. $45. Are these all coming in on Wednesday? Okay, they're all coming in on Wednesday, supposedly. So, all right. I'm done, homies. I'm done. Sorry I took 5 years. I'm sorry. I needed to make sure I had these. This would be super cool. All right, I'm getting those for the homie kids. All right, for those those homies at the school. All right, we're done. We're done. All right, now I will talk about stuff. All right, sorry about that. Sorry, I needed to do that real quick because I knew if I didn't, it would be over. It'd be over. All right, we're good. So hi. How you doing today, homies? There's a lot of stuff I'm gonna talk about today. A lot, and I mean a lot. So first off, why am I wearing a Grinch shirt? Today was Grinch Day at the school. Oh crud. I'll reveal this in a second. Hold on. Oh crud. Oh crud. Oh crud. Listen. Y'all don't have to. Don't look. Don't look at it. Don't look at it yet. All right. So anyway, reason I'm wearing a Grinch shirt, and I also had a Grinch hat earlier, was because there was a Grinch day at the school, and it was pretty rad and super cool. I'm not gonna lie, it was a pretty cool day. The homies at school have been testing. Oh my goodness, it has been like a wild schedule for me. It has been crazy, it's been wild, and it's just been all over the place. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so that's the reason why today's kind of tiring day. I was tired today. All right, but this is the last week. This week is the last week of work before Christmas break, so I will have 2 entire weeks off of school, which is boss. And the best part as well, I only gotta go to like 2 Christmases, and that's like 2 days I will be busy. All right, I'm so happy. I'm so happy it'll only be 2 days that I'm busy within these 2 weeks, because guess what? The rest of those weeks, I'm cranking content. The rest of those weeks, I'm just relaxing and chilling. All right, so I'm gonna be cranking content and chilling at the same time. It'll be really awesome and super cool. So that's why, just to let y'all know, if you're like, what the heck, where's the derpy content? It's called life, and sometimes life is in the way, and I don't like it. And a big reason is that. So there's some other fun stuff that's in the works in the background that I think is really cool. Starting the new year, I will be having some more fun content ideas and possibly being a part of other content ideas, which will be really rad and super cool. Also, hiya, Inky. How you doing tonight, homie? Let's see. Lurking right now, but your YouTube title is Kirby and VTubing. Does it really say that? Does it actually say that? Also, hi, Inky. Bro, I'm about to explode on a cactus right now. What the crud? Why does it say that? I literally like... It literally says it. Oh my gosh, YouTube homies out here probably thinking I'm like causing issues. All right, listen, YouTube homies, I'm not. I promise. I promise, homies. I promise. Thank you, Inky. I appreciate it. What is this cringe behavior? All right, let's see. Is it fixed? I think it's fixed now. I would assume it's fixed. All right, my gosh, dude, I can't believe that. Hopefully it's fixed. I think it is. But thank you for the lurk as well. But anyway, yes. So as you could tell, you know, what's funny is I had a meeting after school today as well. So your boy is also like a little bit tired. But funny thing brought up in the meeting was that sometimes if you're not with the principal called it the withitness, which means like, you know, sometimes kids are going to realize the more you're not with it, the more they're not going to take you seriously. And I was like, dude, believe it or not, today on stream, I am just not with it today. So I'm losing my withedness, right? I thought that was really funny. But yeah, so I also had a meeting today, so it was just a bunch of different stuff. I'm also wearing 2 shirts. It looks really random, but this shirt is bigger than me, so I had to wear a second shirt because, you know, I did not want like my body showing. That'd be really weird. So anyway, a lot of different stuff, a lot of stuff I want to talk to y'all about. So, I guess I'm going to talk about, let's talk about my schedule first, because that's already a little bit different than usual. But like, there's also something that I want to talk to y'all about, including my hobbies, and a new hobby I've discovered that has bled me dry a little bit. Not entirely, but with all of the Christmas stuff going on and the things I've been buying Christmas things for, I can guarantee you I'm going to be saving money after Christmas, and I'm not going to be spending a whole lot anymore. I've spent quite a lot of money this last month or so. Just to give you guys some insight, I bought a Switch 2 probably about a month or so ago, which chunked me a bunch of money. Well, believe it or not, there's other stuff I'll add to it. But yeah, so I've already, I'm not poor and I'm not broke, just letting you know. But like, I've got to be careful with my money. And no, I'm not near getting poor or broke. It's just, I have to stop spending a lot. So But it is fun. It's fun what I've been spending it on, and I'll show you guys in a second. Well, some of you already know, but some of you don't, so it's pretty cool. So anyway, today we're going to be talking about random stuff when it comes to God. I'm not going to be like, guys, I have a tidbit fact. This thing happened in this point in time, and it's like, I don't have that. Honestly, it's going to be a talk of different things kind of going on today, of like just what I've seen in the last couple weeks. Which is something I think I'm going to talk about. Also, a thing I had a conversation with the homie Ubu yesterday about, which I thought was pretty cool, that I think would be interesting to bring up in regards to just some different stuff going on. And just a couple things I talked about last week on stream with some homies in chat that I thought was very interesting and super cool. So we'll talk about that. So that's what we're going to talk about. A lot of things today. We're going to talk about some life updates and stuff about what your boy's been spending a lot of money on. And yeah, so it'll be cool. Tomorrow we're going to be playing, and I'm going to show you guys this too. We're going to be playing Kingdoms of the Dump. And speaking of Kingdoms of the Dump, your boy got a shirt from the Kickstarter campaign from them. And man, I am so happy to say that this shirt is freaking awesome. Like, this is a great shirt. Like, look at that. Kingdoms of the Dump is such a fire game, and people need to be talking about it more. My gosh, dude, it's such a great game. Like, it's just awesome. So I got this really cool shirt, and I'm like, you know, I'd be rocking this shirt. I ain't gonna lie. It also says fight trash or take out the trash like your life depends on it, which is really cool. So I've seen every character so far except for this guy. I haven't seen him yet. The little like bubble looking guy. I haven't seen him yet, but everybody else I have seen. So and it's really rad. So we're gonna be playing some more. We're gonna be playing some more of Walker Jacket, who is this wonderful homie right here, and Dustin Bensley. He's like awesome. But yeah. So anyway, I got that T-shirt in the mail, which was really fun. So at some point, I'm hoping to get the box, because I'd paid for the box, but it was a different upgrade thing. So I don't know how I'm gonna get that. I might have to send an email about it, just to ask about it. But it was very fun and really cool to get in the mail. So we will be playing Kingdoms of the Dump tomorrow as well, because I'm back from being sick. I'm excited to play Kingdoms of the Dump again, because that game is just great, and like, you know, it stinks that no one's talking about it. That is a gem. That is a beautiful gem, and no one's talking about it because, well, I mean, people are talking about it, but it's like, you know, that's a gem that, in my opinion, takes the world by storm, and it could. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit there as well. Wednesday, we're going to continue Resident Evil 5, and it will be a later stream again, because more than likely I will have work later that day. So I will not be able to, you know, just stream like, you know, around regular time. But, you know, since it's also towards the end of the week, maybe it won't be that bad on Wednesday. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But more than likely it will be. And yeah, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. Really awesome. I'm excited for the end of this week. It'll be really cool. Because then I can rest and breathe. Excuse me. Well, I just realized something. Oh, dude. Oh, man. I might have to change that. There might have to be an update to information I might have to give. I'm not sure, though. Because I forgot that Friday's a half day. Friday's a half day for me, by the way. I didn't even think of that. Man. Alright, I'll have to fix some stuff. Hopefully one of the homies will be there tomorrow that I can talk to. That would be really cool. But yeah, let's see. There was another thing I wanted to talk about. Sorry, that threw me for a dang loop. So yeah, Wednesday is Resident Evil 5, because Albert Wesker has now shown himself on the screen, so it's going to be kind of wild, I'm guessing. It's going to be funny. What do you call it? There's other stuff. I'm trying to think of, like, I'm trying not to give y'all my school schedule, because it's like, that's not what y'all need. And Friday, I won't be streaming. I will be over on the Game Grotto homies channel, which I'm going to shout them out real quick as well. I'm going to be on there with quite a few homies, honestly, which is really interesting and super cool. So if y'all want to check out the homies at Game Grotto, they're really rad and super cool. I'm going to be doing a VR chat karaoke thing with them, whereas in, like, It's a Christmas karaoke party thing. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, like, I don't sing often or anything. Like, I like to sing to myself. I don't like singing to people. So it'll be a little bit of a comfort zone break for me. But I will be putting on the VR headset as well. I will be having my VR headset, which is pretty cool. So if y'all want to check me out over there, that'd be really rad. I don't have like a custom model, so I'm just gonna be using a model that I think's funny and cool. But yeah, anyway. Trying to think of something else, but I'm not exactly sure what else I was thinking of by that. But yeah, and hopefully Bible Homies will happen this Saturday. That would be really awesome if it does. I don't think anything's coming up this Saturday that will stop me from Bible Homies. So more than likely, Bible Homies will be happening. I know it's crazy. It's insane. It's been like 3 weeks since I've had Bible Homies because I've been sick the other 2 of them. And then like this week was just because of my church stuff being in the way. So anyway, we'll see how this week goes. It's definitely a wild week for sure. But it's a fun wild week. I ain't gonna lie. Wait a minute. I forgot to say about Thursday. If things are going well, I don't know if they are or not. It depends on everybody involved. Don't put all your money on Thursday. Just in case, because I don't fully know, and if I don't know within the week prior before time, I'm not gonna say it's a confirmed guarantee or not. So there's a chance, but I don't know how much of a chance Thursday will be. But there's a chance Thursday will be an RV there yet with the homie Ubu and Sherry, but I don't know yet. So I that's more of an I don't know. Don't put all your eggs in a basket on it. But I will put an update out confirming that if that is the case. But I don't want to sit out there and be like, guys, this is what we're doing, and not have everybody like on board with it, if that makes sense. So I just want to say that for just there's a chance. So if it happens, awesome. If it doesn't happen, sorry. I also get it. It's also like, closer to the, Christmas time and stuff. So, and there's a lot of stuff going on, especially just this week alone for me. So, I just want to let y'all know that, like, it's a maybe, it's not a guarantee. So, more than likely, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, but there's no guarantee. I'm willing to think that there's probably not. Let's think there's probably not, but if there is, I'll change it otherwise. And I'll be like, hey guys, this is also happening this week. I will let you know. But if not, man, I just realized if it is the case, every single day this week I'm streaming. I didn't think about that, but that might be the case. Well, I'm not technically streaming on Friday, but you know what I mean. I mean, I could stream Friday, but I don't know if I want to stream. I don't know if I'll stream VR chat on Friday. I don't think I will. I don't know. To me, I feel like that's going to be hard to do. Like, I don't mind getting on VR chat, but like I'd have to I wouldn't be able to moderate my chat. Or chat or anything during that kind of time. So not only that, I would be talking a lot and I wouldn't be able to mute my microphone to talk to you homies. And this isn't to be mean, I always feel bad on collabs for homies here, just to be flat out real, because I always feel like I neglect y'all when I'm on a collab, which I get it. Y'all probably understand. It's like, dude, these are my content creators I watch. They're super cool and they're collabing, but I also feel like I neglect y'all sometimes with that, which, like, that sucks because it's like I like talking to y'all, but I also feel like that's also a big charm of what we do is we talk. But like, at the same time, it's like I guess my mind just cannot like focus chat and stream at the same time. So that's why I'm not gonna be streaming that more than likely, just because of just the VR's headset added on top of it. Like, I don't mind doing a collab like I did with like Cherry and Ubu, for example, or it's like, like there are parts of where chat can be in there, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, if I'm able to get out of here, see, I wouldn't be able to get rid of this nagging shanty town. What does that even mean, bro? Like I didn't even know someone made a shanty out there, a sea shanty out there that's like, that would be naggy, but like, like that right there, by the way, I wouldn't be able to get rid of that. So I'll have to think about it. But yeah, that's just something that I'm like kind of struggling with a bit there, is that like, I don't want to neglect homies, but I also do want to have the fun content for homies as well. Like, when I played like Backrooms, with Cherry. I don't think I neglected anybody during that, but like I still felt like my attentiveness kind of goes down a lot whenever I'm collabing with people, you know. So it's like that's one of those things where it's like I have to think about it before I do it. But for sure, I will not be doing that for VR chat. I maybe in the future I will, but like for right now, like I need to dial back. To add on to some extra stuff as well. Yeah, I'll be wearing my headset on Friday, so it'd be really cool if y'all could check out the Game Grotto homies. And I don't know if Ubu or Cherry will be streaming over there, but but both of those homies will also be a part of it too with the Game Grotto homies. So that'll be pretty cool. Sorry, my eye is like, sometimes I be getting a freaking eyelash problem. So let's see. I'm trying to think of what else I haven't talked about yet. So far, I'm looking at a deodorant stick. I know it's random, but like I have a deodorant stick just like right there in front of me. You're probably like, what the crud are you talking about? I'm not lying. There's a deodorant stick. It's called Speed Stick, the power of nature, which is crazy, and it's called Avalanche. So I'm looking at it. All right. So anyway, I've got a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. So first off, let me show you some fun stuff. Then we'll get into the God talk. Hold on. Which arguably the God talk can be fun stuff depending on your personality. For me, that is. I've been buying a lot of records, a lot of vinyls, a lot of records. Been buying them since Black Friday. Black Friday was around 2 weeks ago, and I talked to y'all a little bit about it a couple weeks ago, but none of them had came in at the time because that was Cyber Monday, by the way. Also, hiya Antic, how you doing tonight, homie? Base shirt, by the way, thank you. Today was Grinch Day at school, so I was like, hey, let's go. Speaking of that, I got to talk to y'all about this before I talk about our fun stuff here. They invited the high schoolers to come read to the little kids and read a book to them. Now, they were really cool and awesome, and I loved the fact of how nice they were to these kids. It was awesome. One of the high schoolers even made a 6'7" joke, which I thought was hilarious, and the kids loved the 6'7" joke. Granted, obviously, I'm not big on the 6'7", but it's really funny that it was good for the kids. They liked it, so I ain't gonna lie. And I felt so bad because I was asking them questions. I was asking these high schoolers, like, hey, like, how long did it take you to make that and all those different things? And I felt so bad because it made it, the way I was talking about it, I was trying to be nice. I'll be like, this looks awesome. I like the way this looks. And I'll ask, like, how long did it take you to make that? And how long did this thing do? And I crud you not, I said I went to graphic design. I said that could help with stuff like that, which is really cool. And I was trying to compliment one of the girls' texts that they had made because it was like really cool. And I was like, that's so nice. And I made it sound like I insulted them. And I was just like, I was just trying to be a homie, but they ain't like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I am a fumbler like crazy. But like, you know, at the end of the day, they were still having a blast and stuff. So it was really cool. So I was just, it's still like a bit of a bruh moment though. Cause I was like, dude, like, I get it though. These are just high school homies, but still, like, I was just like, bro, like, what the crud am I gonna like? I was just trying to be nice, but I made it sound like I was like some like Redditor, like, oh well, if you went to graphic design class, it'd look better, you know. And then I was trying to talk to them about like saddle stitching. It's like, you know what saddle stitching is? It's like, you know, when you take it, and my brain just turned off. I'm fumbling. I'm tired today, as y'all could tell. But yeah. Let's see, dude, I remember when they did that when I was in 3rd grade. When they would come and read to you. It's really cool. I think that's such a sweet thing to do for, like, the high schoolers to come in and, like, read to, like, the younger kids. It's really cool. Yeah, I do 6-7 because the kids have a good time. Yeah, they love it, dude. They love it. All the elementary kids are just, they go crazy for it. Reminds me I need to go into my mom's classroom tomorrow and make my monthly appearance. Dude, be like, what's up, homies? It's me, ya boy. That's right. That's my mom. I do that sometimes too. My mom works at a school. Believe it or not, my mom works at the exact same school I work at. I know it's crazy. But I used to be like that for my mom. She's a very big Mickey Mouse fan, and it's really funny. So I like, you know, they know me as Mr. Derpy. They don't call me Mr. Derpy. They call me my name. But They call me Mr. Derpy. And it's really fun. I had a blast with it. So I was one of her kindergarten assistants when I was working with her. And now I'm a special ed assistant, so I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, so yeah, that was pretty wild. But it was fun. It's fun to do. They're doing their Christmas program on Wednesday, which is also really cool because it's like exciting. Because it's like, you know, these homies I work with are gonna be up there singing and stuff. It's gonna be really fun. So I think that's gonna be awesome. Let's see. Sorry, I was looking at this real quick. Tap your. Okay, I got you, homies. Also, hi Owen, how you doing tonight, homie? So yeah, anyway, that was my day today. There was a lot of stuff going on for a testing day, I'm not gonna lie. So I just want to let y'all know there's quite a few things. First off, let me talk to y'all about the fun stuff I was talking about. So last week on Wednesday, I primarily talked about it too. I know Antic was there when I talked about it, and a couple other homies were here too. When I talked about collecting vinyl records, right? Like vinyls and stuff. Well, your boy has a bunch of them in the mail now, and I have bought a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There will be a vinyl stream at some point. However, there are some musics I will not be streaming. However, there are some that I will indeed be streaming. And one that Antic suggested before, I actually have 2 of them. I was like, you know what? That's such a good suggestion that I went and bought 2 of them instead of just one. So let me see if I can get it out real quick. Or if I can find it real quick. All right, I found them. What do you call it? So, I ended up getting, just to show you guys my, like, which I don't want to bend to these or anything. Just to show you guys my vinyl collection so far. These are 2 of them only right now that I'm showing y'all, but I don't mind showing y'all quite a few of these on here. But first off is the Minecraft one. So I did for sure get a Minecraft vinyl, which is really cool. Not only did I get one Minecraft vinyl, which is, you know, this is the front and the back, so it's really cool. It's a C418 is what this is called. But your boy also got a second one, which is really cool. I have no idea what the crud's on this one in the slightest, but I would assume it's probably like, you know, the nether and stuff. But this one, it says beta as well. But this one has 2 records in it instead of 1, so it's really cool. Am I going to open these? No, but I'll open them on stream. So look at that. You guys can see my stream setup right there, y'all. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. What's funny, too, is you still can't see, like, oh, no, that you can see my, like, other screen over there, too, so... So these are both sealed. However, I will be opening these on when I get my record player or vinyl player, whatever it be. I will be opening these on stream, and I will play these on stream for sure. So I got other stuff too that I'm going to show y'all, but these for sure I wanted to show y'all just to be like, you know what? Let's see if we can find some Minecraft stuff and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I have quite a few pounds of vinyl records I want to be showing y'all as well. So let me move this out the way because I've got some more I'd like to show you guys as well. Also, to show you guys as well, I got a Hollow Knight Piano Collections, which is a Performer's Edition. So you can open it up and look at that. It's piano. So to be honest with you, I don't have a keyboard, but this is for something I'd like to have in the future to be doing, like, you know, like some piano stuff. Like, this would be really cool to, like, be like, guys, look at this. I'm going to play the piano, you know. So at some point, I'd like to do this. I don't want it right now, but this was a pretty good sale. It says $25, by the way. I only paid $9 for it, though. So, like, when I tell you, I paid... That's the Cyber Monday Black Friday sale from Materia and other places that I was on. It was amazing. It was amazing. The deals were freaking awesome. Now those 2 Minecraft ones did not come from that website, but those 2 were also on sale though. But the Minecraft ones on the Materia sold out instantly because, you know, it's Minecraft. But let me show you some more. So I got the Peanuts movie, which is pretty rad. This one I actually opened, so it's pretty cool. So I don't mind showing y'all this, but because I don't know if this was copywritten, but this is what it's on the back so far is the Peanuts one, which is really cool. Which obviously on the vinyl stream that I do, I'll be showing these more. But I'll show you guys this one because it's open, because I can't show you guys the other one, the other art. But this is the art of it. You know, you've got like the, and I love Charlie Brown, by the way, but this is the Peanuts movie, so it's a bit different. But you've got this art, which shows you the tracks. It's 2 of them. It's two discs. You got Snoopy and Charlie, which is really cool. And I will pull this out just to say hi, just to show you guys. But I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try not to like scratch this. That's like my main thing of stuff like this, is I have to be careful because I don't want to grab the disc part. But this, which I'm gonna have to hold it like this because I don't want to mess things up. This is what the records are gonna kind of look like, so it's kind of cool. And it says the Peanuts movie on the front of it right there and stuff too. So I don't want to mess this thing up. I was looking at some Vinyl Care stuff and all that, and oh my lord, the amount of like times I heard like, make sure you don't touch the groove part, just touch the like the middle or the sides. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, I will do that. So it's okay. We're all right. I didn't break nothing. That would be so funny if it broke. I would cry. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's see if it's broken or not. All right, let's just be careful next time, okay, homies? This is why you hold it on the sides, though, okay? This is why you hold it on the sides, though, and not like, you know... Dude, talk about the hilarity of that. So, anyway, there's 2 of them, so I'm gonna put this back in there. It's funny, too, because it also had, like, a free download. It had, like, a free download for, like, the music track. It expired back in 2016. I'm like, that's when I just graduated high school. So it's kind of funny. But then you got this, which is really cool. You got Snoopy and Woodstock. And then you got a little thank you thing with the Red Bear and stuff on there, too. But yeah, I didn't know this Peanuts movie came out in freaking, like, 2016. It's crazy. Or at least this track did. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, this is the only one I opened. I opened this one because I didn't think I would play it on stream or nothing. So that's why I have this, just to let you know. If you're wondering, like, why is this one opened? It's because, well, I didn't know. So, but I like this. It's really cool. So, did you know the Minecraft disc is actually clear green for it? I did actually. It's really cool. So some of these discs also, which obviously this is just a regular record, so you're not going to know that. But with some of these vinyl records, they're actually like exclusive colors and stuff. So, which I guess should lead me into my next thing, which I'll actually look at that actually right here too. So I got some Ninja Turtle vinyls, which this one is like a limited run one that was on Materia, which is cool. But this one's called Ninja Turtles 3 Radical Rescue. And right here it shows this too. It's a limited edition, like out of 200, I think. Yeah, limited to 200 units, and it's got an exclusive, in quote, ooze version, which is like, this is a glow-in-the-dark record, which is kind of cool. So, personal opinion, I might open them anyway. So, I know it's kind of crazy. It's like, dude, Derpy, this looks like it's ancient, bro. You can make big money bank off of it. And I'm like, I get it. But I'm going to be flat out real with you. I ain't going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, am I really going to sell this? You know what I mean? Like, am I really going to be like, guys, I'm going to sell this Radical Rescue looking thing. Like, this is cool. You know, and it's Ninja Turtles, dude. So, I don't know, man. That's just my personal opinion there. Here's another one I got. It's called, it's Chicory. So, it's like an indie game. It's really cool. And I listened to the music of some of this, and it was really nice. I think this one has 2 discs in it, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that was also on Materia, which is really awesome. So I was really excited about that. That was really fun because I like the character. I think it's cool. I also have another Ninja Turtles, which I know is funny. It's like, dude, what the crud? You got all these Ninja Turtles? It's like, yes, they were such a good price. I got a lot of them. So another ooze version, but this one's like Back from the Sewers or something. So that one's kind of cool. I will be trying the Ninja Turtles one on stream. I'll be trying the Chicory one on stream as well. I don't know if I'll try this one on stream, but I do have a Saint Seiya. This is volume 5 of Saint Seiya, which is kind of cool. I don't listen to Saint Seiya, but I know it's pretty popular, and I really like the older anime aesthetic like this here. This just looks really cool, and I think that's cool on a vinyl. So that's just something I got. I'm not a Saint Seiya fan. I've never watched Saint Seiya. However, I've heard the opener on Cherry Stream one time, and it sounded really cool. And I was like, dude, that Saint Seiya one sounds really sick. This one, I apparently got a... This one's probably a powerhouse. Lecrae really liked this one, which, you know, at some point, I probably, whenever I get my vinyl, I'll show you guys the vinyl stream and stuff. But Lecrae really thought this one was really cool. Turtles in Time, I'm thinking, is like an arcade game, or it's an older turtle game, but it's got like... it's got 2 discs in it, you know, and it's got like a cool thing. So this one's a real nice one. Like, I think I struck a lot with this one, but like this one's a nice one. So I don't know if I'll ever open this one. I'm kind of debating on it. I have one called the Hyperstone Heist one up there as well. But this one's the real cool one apparently. So I was like, all right. And I'm gonna show you guys another one over here. By the way, all the Ninja Turtle ones that I'd shown y'all, they have the Slime Ooze version, which is the glow-in-the-dark version, which is cool. This one I thought was really cool, and it's Saint Seiya Volume 2, which is cool. It's got all these like Saint Seiya homies on the front, which is pretty sick. So I was like, dude, nice. You know, so I got that, and this has got 2 discs in it as well, which I like it. The discs on here also are blue and black. So I wish I could like, I wish I could show you guys, but like, I don't know how to show you without opening it, and I kind of don't want to open it right now. But it's also got Toei Animation on the back here too, which is cool. Which is the homies that I think also did Dragon Ball, so it's really cool. And One Piece, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if they did One Piece, but they definitely did Dragon Ball. Anyway, this one's cool. I like this one a lot. Whenever I do my stream with like doing vinyls and stuff, I'll show you guys what the disc looks like for this one, because the disc is like a very cool blue and black. It's really nice. So, this one's a nice one. When I saw that, I was like, dude, I gotta get that. This one, and these are where I'm starting to get to the heavier ones, because this one has 3 in them. This is Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, which is cool. I absolutely love Jet Set Radio music. And this isn't Jet Set Radio, but the people who made Bomb Rush Cyberfunk made this game. Or the people who made Bomb Rush Cyberfunk made Jet Set Radio. So it's really cool. This one has 3 discs on it as well, which is really awesome. And I like it a lot. The music I heard for a little bit from Cyberfunk was awesome, and I saw this and I was like, all right. So this one's a nice one. I will be streaming this one for sure. Like, I'll be streaming the music that comes from this, because it's got my boy Hideki Naganuma, which is amazing. He makes a lot of the Jet Set Radio music I love, so it's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm making sure that they're not sliding off. Okay. I got this one. I personally will probably not play the game of this game, but this still looked really cool as well. I was like, dude, no way. The gameplay I'm not the biggest fan of, but the discs looked cool. And I was like, dude, and I listened to the music, and I was like, okay, the music kind of slaps, but it's not my kind of game. But it's called One Step from Eden. The music sounds awesome. However, the gameplay does not look like my kind of gameplay at all. So, just to clarify that to y'all, I will probably stream the music from this, but this is like 3 whole discs in here. So the 3 discs thing is kind of wild. So it's just a lot. Now, because I'm gonna have to do this quick, so I don't end up putting too much pressure on the top of some of these discs that I have over here. But I have a box set. This is a box set that I have. I think this is 4 discs in here. It's a Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge. This thing costed me like $25. And what's cool is it's worth $100. That's how good of a deal this was. And I was like, dude, no way. So, what do you call it? So you got different like things going on in here, which is cool. It says Raphael dons red, Leonardo wears blue, Mikey likes to party, Donnie's a smart dude, and you, the reader, one of the best fans, just bought this collection to tease your nerd fans. So I'm like, dude, no way, I didn't know that, but To you and the fellas behind the release, thank you from the heart. Let's make more of these. That sounds really cool. And it's a guy, you know, the main composer's name is T. Lopes. So this I will definitely be opening on stream because this was one of my like biggest finds, I guess you could say. Like I paid $25 and this thing's worth over like a like $100, so it's really cool. So this is something I'm excited to just to stream a little bit of that there is, just because there's a lot of stuff in here. So this is really cool. I can't wait to stream this. This will be really awesome. So let me put this back in order real quick, of how I did this. But yeah, specifically what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to do is put the stuff that weighs the most on the bottom, so like as it goes up, like it doesn't like bend any of the discs, which I don't think that it'll bend them at all, but I would just prefer that method just because if the small ones can't handle it, then I'm putting like the bigger ones on top and stuff. Like, you know, like Cyberfunk and the One Step from Eden, they're all like 3 discs, so it's like I don't want to mess things up. And then I slowly move on up to like the 2 discs ones, for example, that have like 2 discs or 3 discs, just because I don't want to, you know, cause weight problems or something, which, you know, it's still really cool. So these are the ones that I had so far. I didn't have enough room to put them on my shelf, which I have a couple on my shelf that I'm going to show y'all real quick. And then we'll get into a little bit of our God talk, because I just wanted to show a lot of these off, if that makes sense. But yeah, this one I don't think I'll listen to a whole lot, just because, I don't know, it depends on how good Saint Seiya number 5, I guess, was, but I don't know. So, but what's cool, though, is all of these are sealed, which is really cool. So I'm like, dude. And also, just to let you guys know, that is not the end of my collection, because there are more coming in. I was supposed to have one of Grease, Gris, but it hasn't come in yet. And that's the last one I need to get from, what do you call it? From, actually, since it's 2 discs, I should probably put the Charlie Brown one over there first. It's, I should, I don't know when I'm getting it, but like the Postal Service keeps saying that it's in transit, so I'm like, okay. I'm like, okie dokie, artichokey, whatever you say. But yeah, so then I'm gonna grab these. I also forgot to show you guys another thing too, real quick. I also have a couple of these that I want to show you that are like, some of them are limited edition colors as well. So, I also got Tron Legacy in the mail today as well. This is something I bought Ubu for Christmas as well. It's really rad. It also has a limited edition color thing in it as well, so it's really cool. These are pretty sick, just because of just like, you know, it's Tron and it's Daft Punk. I do want to get a lot of Daft Punk ones if I can, but I don't see myself having the most majestic amounts of money to be doing so, if that makes sense. But that's okay, because I don't need a lot of money right now. I have plenty of these that I will be obviously like, that I will be streaming. I don't know if I'll be streaming that one in particular. That one's probably more of a derpy home thing, because I don't know if Disney will murder me. Disney will be like, bro, what are you playing this on here for? Which I'm hoping I can still play some. But we'll have to see. I'm going to show you guys the ones I got up here real quick, and then we'll start on the stream, if that makes sense, which is funny because I've been like all over the place, but I wanted to show you all the cool stuff that I got. So, in regards to the last one I have here, as well as I do have another Ninja Turtles one. This one's called the Hyperstone Heist one. And this one's cool too. This one's another one of the Ooze ones, but this was actually the first record I got in the mail. So like, out of everything I got, I think I got, no, actually this wasn't the first one. This was the second one I got in the mail, which was cool. So, but yeah, it's cool. I will probably stream opening this one. I don't know yet though. We'll see. But that one was on here. I'm gonna show you guys some cool ones here. Like I have, which these weigh quite a bit. I have Nightmare Before Christmas, which is cool because I was like, dude, I gotta have that. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. So, and this one is a limited edition colored one. But after I saw this, I was like, dude, this is cool and all. But now I want a thing called a Zoetrope or something like that, which has one that spins and as it spins, like it'll like make motion, like it looks like it makes motion, which is cool. There are 2 Zoetropes I want. One is this one, but it's not a Zoetrope. This one is still limited edition. But I want this, and I want the Charlie Brown one. They have a Christmas Charlie Brown one that's a Zoetrope, and I'm like, I want it. I want it like crazy bad. So it'd be really cool. Here's another one I got real quick. Wow. And then I think by the time I get my vinyl player, I think y'all will see the other ones that I have. But I also got Frank Sinatra's Ultimate Christmas, which is cool because it's like, hey, it's Christmas time, and I will also, by the way, not be streaming this one. I will not stream the Nightmare Before Christmas one either, because more than likely I'll get copywritten. But I did want to have these just because it's like, hey, you know, Frank Sinatra's like known for like Christmas stuff, and I think it'd be cool. So this one's a green and red version kind of the deal, which is cool. And the last but not least, and the first one I got was this. So let me get this. Oh. And this one weighs the most because it's got 6. It has 6 of these in here. But I got a Phoenix Wright set, and it's a box set of 6. This has Phoenix Wright 1, or the first Phoenix Wright game. Actually, it has all 3 Phoenix Wright games and all 3 Apollo Justice games that are built in it. So it's really cool. I will open this on stream, and yes, I will probably be using this on stream. And then on the back has the villains, which is really cool and awesome. So I saw this for sale on Laced Records, and I was like, dude, I gotta get that. So, but yeah, excuse me, by far, second most expensive thing I got. The most expensive thing I got was a pre-order for Expedition 33's box set, which will probably weigh the same as this, if not more. So, this was a game that I was like, dude, it's on sale, I gotta get it. But Expedition 33 was the only one that I sat there and was like, that needs to be on a vinyl, and I need to get that on there. So this is gonna be really cool, and I can't wait to stream this for you homies at some point. That'll be really cool. So let me get all these things out the way, because we're gonna talk about some stuff, which is gonna be really cool. And the last one up here. Alright. So, thank y'all for enjoying and watching my vinyl collection. I also have a Peak poster that I want to try to wear at some point, and I also have a Peak t-shirt that I haven't worn yet. I don't have yet, but I want to wear those. But yeah, so anyway, long-winded answer. Those are all my vinyls. I will be doing a vinyl record stream at some point whenever I get a record player. So it's like not a necessity, but it's something that I would like to do just because it'd be pretty cool and super rad. I got into it because I saw how cool it was that my dad was like, my dad was able to find one for a really good price. And after I saw like Star-Lord's head spinning, because he's got the awesome mixes for Guardians of the Galaxy. When I saw Star-Lord's helmet spinning, I was sitting there like, you know, it'd be really cool to have a record player. So I kind of feel like once I have the record player, I'm going to bring it home and start streaming. I know it's kind of funny to say that, but I'm like, guys, I think I'm going to start streaming it. So I'll probably bring it home. Obviously, I have plenty of music on here to last me for a really long time. So at some point, I'm hoping to have the record player on the side over here and hopefully have it hooked up to my, what do you call it? Hopefully have it hooked up to my audio setup to where I could play through that. That would be really sick. Like, so someone could redeem like, hey, I'd like to hear from this vinyl. And obviously I'd be particular about the Phoenix Wright one because I don't want things spoiled for me. Excuse me, but there's other songs and stuff on these that I think would be really cool to share. So anyway, that was really fun, really cool to go through. Your boy also has more coming in. I have The Tick official soundtrack, and I have one of the guys who made the Our House in the Middle of Our House in Our House. I have that one coming in as well, which is cool. There's also other Daft Punk ones coming in. I also have an Owl City one coming in, which is Owl City Ocean Eyes. Now, I would love to have every Owl City on vinyl. It would be so awesome. However, I don't think it'll be easy getting the other ones. However, I think Coco Moon might be the easiest one to get. And Coco Moon is awesome because that one has Christian music on it, which obviously, like, there is some on... I don't think Ocean Eyes has a whole lot, but there is some in Mobile Orchestra, which is really cool. But, like, Coco Moon, it'd be having some good Christian songs on there, and it makes me like, yeah, I need that. So anyway... That's so far for the collection. I'm going to be saving my money after the Christmas times for sure. I'm going to get paid this Friday, but yeah. So it's kind of wild in my opinion. So it's just, we'll have to see how things go. But yeah. So anyway, I guess now we'll get into our God talk a bit, which is going to be really cool. Funnily enough, I don't have like a lot of scripture. But I do want to bring some stuff up that I do think is kind of cool that God's been doing. But also, did it fall again? Of course it fell again. My shirt keeps falling, dude. Not my shirt, but like my Kingdoms of the Dump shirt keeps falling off. And I like it on the back because I think it looks so cool. Like, it looks like super cool to have on my back there. You know, like just to kind of chill there. Like, look at that. It looks so sick. And it's like, you know, every time I move around, I knock it off. But yeah, so here we're gonna pull up the music here, and well, I'm gonna have to pull up different music. Oh, that was a different one. I was pulling up a pretty fire song as well. All right, let's stop this music here. Also, oh my gosh, y'all, there's so much to talk about real quick. Also, I saw the Game Awards. Expedition 33 sweeped it, bro. I was like, that's so sick. I was like, you know what? And I'm gonna be real. All the people hating on Expedition 33, there's two things. One's a valid one, and that's fine. If you're someone who just doesn't like that kind of gameplay and didn't want to go through playing through it, fine. I ain't gonna lie. I understand why you don't like it, right? But like, you know, but a lot of people are like, this game doesn't deserve it. Like, bull honky, it doesn't deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, they made a beautiful music. And it's an amazing game. I've played through it. I've beat it. I beat almost every optional boss except for the hardest one, who's Simon. And that's not a spoiler. Don't freak out, homies. What do you call it? And it's amazing. I freaking love it. So the music's amazing. That's why I literally bought a physical version, which I probably could pull down, but I'm scared it's gonna knock everything else down, and it probably will. It definitely will. It's going to knock everything else down, but you know what? Hold on. Let me see. All right. So these are my goggles. Don't worry. These are all for other things. But yeah, I have it physical on PlayStation 5 when I played it on Game Pass. It was like, I don't buy a game I've already played unless I know it's amazing and it needs to be worth like buying it. You know what I mean? So I bought a whole and I think it still smells like that new game smell. It's so amazing. But it comes with a steel book in here as well, and has a little art book in it. It's amazing. So it's a good little addition I paid for. It's really worth it though. I'm wanting to try that game sometime, not gonna lie. It's a very good game, and I think it's very relevant too, because the ending of the game, not even just the ending of the game, just the story overall of the game, but the ending kind of puts a cap on it, where it's like, yeah, like this is a really cool thing, which I won't explain, but it's a great game that talks about things like copium. I'm not copium, but like there's healthy ways to cope with certain things in your life, and very unhealthy or in healthy ways. It's a genuine life lesson needed in the world. That's what makes it so powerful and such a great game. So it's like, you know, like even if you didn't like, if it's not your preferred game type, like even from a distance, like people are like, dude, this game's amazing. And it's like, you know, the music's amazing, the story's amazing, you know, like it's one of those things where it's like it deserved the sweep, you know, which I thought was really funny that Jeff Keighley was like, when he talked about Silksong, he was like, see, y'all got something. The moment he said that, you knew he was not getting it ever. Like, you knew Silksong was not getting another award that entire night, which Silksong's great. Don't get me wrong. I think Silksong's awesome. But even I think I heard like Team Cherry literally like decided not to be there because of the fact that they knew that, like, or not that they knew, but because they felt like another game deserved it like that. And, and I thought that was really cool. So it's a very great game, Mantic, if you get the chance to play it. It's very rough in regards to like language and swearing and stuff. Well, it's not, I shouldn't say very rough, but it is brutal. There's a couple of brutal parts in it, but other than that, it's very good. Like, I absolutely love that game. It's really cool. But yeah, I saw that. It was very interesting. Let me turn this down some. But yeah, so anyway, and there's probably something else that happened, but I'm not really sure. There's so much more to talk about, I'm sure. But I think it's more about it's time to talk about the homie God and some really cool stuff that I think would be cool to talk about. You might be surprised to hear this, but I don't have a lot of scripture today. I know it's crazy. I barely have any scripture as it is today in general. But I wanted to just bring up a couple of things, because I think that not only is there improvement within the life that I am living in regards to God, but also there is just an awesome thing that pretty much happened. In my eyes it was awesome, but I'm guessing in quite a few other homies' eyes it wasn't really awesome. And I get it, there's a lot of stress, there's a lot of things going on. But a big thing that I wanted to share was around this time of year, it's pretty stressful, when we're real with you. I look at my bank account and I'm crying a little bit, not exactly, but I know I'm going to give it to God, so it's fine. But still, like, I look at that and I'm like, yep, I did that. That's all I got to say is, yep, I did that. So, it's one of those things where, and I hope, now I'm thinking about this too, and it's like a big chunk of it is because of my own decision making. Obviously, some of it you might be like, well, Derpy, it's fine. You're spending money on other people. And it's like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I've spent over collectively probably about $300 to $400 on other people, like, quite recently. And that's a lot of money. But it's, now that I think about it though, I'm hoping, I don't think that they're gonna, think bad of this, but I bought things that are worth like, $20 for the kids. I think $20 is like the limit that I'll pay for like the kids and stuff, but like, the kids at the school. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff where it's like, I hope they don't think that I just outdid them in gifts, because I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like, guys, I bought this big thing or something. But I want them to have a good Christmas, but also at the same time, I've been spending a lot of money. And it's a stressful time. Like, a lot of people don't have that kind of luxury. Like, I live with my mom. I live, and I still pay, I pay the internet bill. I still pay, for my own stuff, the things that I want to buy. Like, all that entire vinyl collection was my money. But I can get it. For a lot of people, it's not that easy. Like, a lot of people just can't just spend that much money on vinyl collection out of nowhere. Excuse me. And only a big reason I'm able to is because I live with my mom. Or live with my parent, if that makes sense. I get it's a pretty rough time, and kind of going to church time, if that makes sense. Church, I love church. I think it's great, and I love my church, and there's nothing wrong with my church. Well, I mean, every church has something wrong with it. For me, this last week, it was massively inconvenient for me. A big reason was because I was sick last week, so that sucked. I was sick literally Saturday through Tuesday. Like, it was that bad. I couldn't even go to church practice on Tuesday. But all last week, I pretty much had something to do, right? And it was just back to back to back to back. And now I don't feel that anymore, but it was interesting because, I came on a dress rehearsal day, but I did fine. God always has a plan. And that's kind of, I think, what today we'll talk about a bit, is that God always has a plan. I know it seems kind of wild to say, and it might even be cliche. You might be like, well, sure, God always has a plan. And the reality of this today is what I want to talk to you about, is your plan is not always going to line up with God's plan. You might have an idea, be like, yes, I want this one thing to happen. I want this thing to go this way. And the reality is no matter how much you like psychoanalyze, no matter how much you dig deep and try to put things on paper and plan things out, like, your plans aren't God's plans. And what's going to happen is the more and more you decide to think, oh, well, my way is the way to go, the more and more God's just going to show you up and be like, well, you ain't right. And, sometimes, your plan goes the right way because it just happens to coincide with God's plan a bit. But it doesn't mean that, like, you're in the right spot or doing the right thing, right? I wanted to bring this up because when I went to church practice, all of Thursday was like awesome. Like, nothing went wrong. Everything was pretty much good. Like, all of Thursday went great. And then Saturday came, which for me, Saturday, I had to do 2 services there with doing the media, which is like clicking through the videos and the lyrics, stuff like that, just to kind of help them out. And not even, I want to say, like an hour or 45 minutes before service started, like, the breakers were messing up. Like, the breakers were going out, like, messing up, and it's because there was so much power being used on one of the sides of the building. And for me, I'm just like, uh-oh. And for me, in my heart and my mind, I just knew it was okay. And I'm not trying to say that, like, oh no, like, like, this means that I am just some superstar Christian to where it's like, to where it doesn't bug me. It's more of like, I think I've seen enough stuff in my life to realize it's fine. So it's like, it still sucks that it happened, but like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, God's got it. And, and lo and behold, I was right. But homies around me were stressed out. The people who were there were stressed out. I think my pastor was stressed out, and rightfully so. Like, I can see why my pastor would be like stressed out about things about it, because it's like, he cares about people being saved. He wants it to be approachable for people to be saved. And I think that's perfectly fine, understandable. However, this isn't to my pastor, it's more of just in general. I think oftentimes, a way we can see growth either within ourselves or just in general is how we react to things, how we react to things that normally in the past we would react to and freak out about. The entire time I just felt peace. And I know it's wild to say that. It's kind of like the homies around me are scrambling and they're like, what the crud do we freaking do? And then they were trying to figure out what's going on. And I just sat there and I was like, yeah, God's got it. And, lo and behold, about like 30 minutes or about 45 minutes before service started, it was fixed. It was fine. They figured out the problem. But, the idea might be like, well, Derpy, you weren't in that position. You weren't like the one getting like, having to figure things out or figure out what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, you could be right. And that's completely understandable. But however, even then, that's like, I know this is kind of funny to say this because it's goofy that a 27-year-old kind of says this, but I think there's merit to it. And it's a quote from Toby Mac's song, which I think is cool, is I lived enough life to say that help was on the way. And I've been through a lot of crud just in my life, quite recently, actually. To the point to where this was a minuscule thing to me. And I'm not saying that I wish that upon anybody. It's just more of like, I'm alive today because of God. And and there's still some times I'll overthink and I'll have anxiety about stuff and freak out. But I look at something like that. Also, hiya, Armored. How you doing tonight, homie? I said, yo, some Toby Mac. You ever listen to Unspoken? I have, and I love Reason. Reason's a good song, and I love What He Says About You. Great song. I love the And it's like the part where it says until you're there's nothing but you're listening to is what he says about you. It's a great song. I love that one too. They're great songs. So I love Unspoken. I like Start a Fire too. I think Start a Fire was my first song that I heard of them, and I was like, okay, like, you know, me being my little high school self back then about 10 years ago, I was like, okay, this song kind of slaps. It kind of hits my vibe, you know what I mean? So that was one of the first songs I'd listened to, like Start a Fire. And then there's just like, then I like, as I'm listening to him more now, like there's songs I'd never heard before. That was awesome. Like, you know, like there's the Workman, You Can Bury the Workman song. There's the Reason, which Reason was around the same time I listened to Start a Fire. And then like What He Says About You is awesome. Like What He Says About You is probably my favorite, just because I like it. But Reason also was great. Like Reason and What He Says About You was just like stuff that just kind of like hit my heart, where I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty cool. So one of my go-to bands. Cool. I think Christian wise, one of my I don't know what that noise was. One of my go-to bands in general, I think is, which is funny to say this, I love Owl City. And I know it's funny. You might be like, Owl City's Christian? The Fireflies guy? He is. And it's really cool. I've grown up with Owl City all my life. So it's like, I loved listening to Fireflies as a kid. I liked Fireflies before it became such a meme. And then now, as time's gone on, especially if you listen to his newest album, Cocoa Moon, you know he's a Christian. Like, I mean, you could kind of already get the idea with Mobile Orchestra, but like you could tell he's a Christian. And so and that's another fun thing to talk about, is just like how many like artists like are more open about their faith now. It's really cool. Maybe it's artists that you've grown up with. Like I know Skillet was a big one that like people were like, that's a Christian band? What the crud? You know what I mean? Like people were freaking out because they found out Skillet was Christian. And I only knew about Skillet whenever Hero and Monster came out. Like, you know, whenever like old YouTube days, when those were the intros, like those were super fun, you know. Also, hi Ubu, how you doing tonight, homie? Skillet is one of the few bands I've seen in concert. Cool. I actually have never seen Skillet in concert. However, also y'all should check out the homie Ubu. He's Omega Rad and super cool. However, I've seen 1,000 Foot Crutch in concert at a Winter Jam before, and it was really cool because they played their, I think it's the Oxygen album. No, it's not Oxygen. It's the one with the rib cage on the front. I can't remember what it is, and that was super cool because you could hear the like Running with Giants. They were playing that. Oh my gosh, Running with Giants is such a fire song. So it's really cool. See, I'm good. Just got back from Barnes and Noble. Got some books and a pizza pretzel. Dude, pizza pretzel sounds pretty sick. Peppermint mocha, I don't know anything about that, but peppermint pretzel, oh my gosh. Actually, a peppermint pretzel probably sounds pretty cool. But pizza pretzel, that sounds interesting. I grew up with so many older names who have been in the Christian music space for a while. Yeah, that's that. And I'm gonna be real with you, like, those are the best ones. I know it's kind of wild to say that, like, and I'm not saying I hate these people, but like, or that I think they're bad music, but like, you know, people, this isn't to hate them, I promise. Like people like Jelly Roll or like Forrest Frank or some other homies that are in that field. Like I don't listen to them a lot. Like I like Brandon Lake. There's a couple songs in there, and I'm like, yeah, like this is amazing. But like, and I'm not saying Forrest Frank's bad, but I think that like, there's these newer artists and stuff that are like, and Brandon Lake really isn't new, because I think Brandon Lake's been around for a while, but I really like them because it's like, and this is something that I have kind of like a in the aspect of what we'll talk about just today about God, is that funnily enough, the older music, for example, like the older bands like Switchfoot, I love Switchfoot. I think Switchfoot's probably, in my personal opinion, the best like old Christian music, which is funny to say because I know Casting Crowns kind of mixes with that, but to me, I'm like, I think Switchfoot's my favorite. Like Switchfoot's great. Like I love Casting Crowns too, but like Switchfoot, in my opinion, is like, that's like the prime, like this guy, like I need to get a Switchfoot vinyl, but that can wait. I ain't gonna lie. Which is funny. Out of all of these vinyls I've bought, the only Christian album that I technically bought was Owl City's Ocean Eyes, which is funny. So it's cool. Also, thank you for the follow, Armored Cuttlefish. I might call you Cuttlefish instead of Armored because there's another homie named Armor that's in the community. So, ooh, Reliant K is good too. Reliant K. I like Reliant K's music. As well. See, I do like Forrest Frank. I haven't listened to Forrest Frank, so I can't really say a lot on it. I gotta say though, big respect to Forrest Frank because I loved what he said about the Dove Awards. I love that he was straight up like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I'm feeling convicted about this award show." I'm like, "Thank you." I'm like, "My gosh." And then what's wild though is people were blasting this guy for it. I'm like, "What the crud?" I'm like if Jesus himself came down and said, "Yeah, you're idolizing these awards. These aren't cool." Like, you know, like, what are you going to do? Be like, Jesus, you're a loser because people are buying crosses and wearing them on their necks. It's like, what in the world? But I have a lot of respect for Forrest Frank because I don't like a lot of the Christian, like, showmanship. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't like that Christian showmanship where it's like, it's very showy. It's one of the songs I love from Switchfoot is like, "I Hate All Your Show." Because it's like, it's such a beautiful song, but it's a heart-wrenching song because it's like a double-bladed song where it's like, you know, like it not only calls out us as people, because I've done it myself where it's like I'm like this showman people pleaser sometimes where I'm so stuck in like trying to be a showy person sometimes that I forget that there's like blood on my hands essentially because there's people who are in need and I'm not helping them because I care more about the show, you know? And that's something that's really cool about Switchfoot. And I think that like that's like a big thing that's like really cool with Switchfoot. Like all the music that I hear from Switchfoot is usually like a straight up like hit to the heart, you know? Switchfoot's so good, Owl City made a remix of Gone. Like, that was really cool, which Gone is a great song. I like that too. So you said, I've heard of Josiah Queen. I've never seen him though, or listened to him. And Strings and Heart as some of my newer favorites. Cool. I've never heard of Strings and Hearts, and I've heard of Josiah Queen, and I've heard of Forrest Frank, but I haven't listened to their musics. But I did hear about Forrest Frank because of his, in quote, controversial Christian take. But to me, like, it's sad that was controversial. You know what I mean? To me, that like, you know, that's like, we shouldn't really need award shows as Christians, you know, and this is something that I will probably bring up in the future, but I don't like Christian-centered events that aren't Christ-centered, you know, and a reason I say that is because I've watched the Dove Awards before. I watched like the first little bit of it, and, you know, the fact that like they'd went up at one point when I was watching them, and they just really just said, "You all know why we're here." And it's like, why not just say like, "You're here because of God"? Like, you know, like why is this is supposed to be a Christian centered event, you know, like why can't you say that? Like, it's not like you have to say it to prove you're a Christian. It's just, it's unsettling to see that someone would rather do that. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that kind of like, it hurts a bit to see that. So I have respect for Frank Forrest kind of saying, "I don't want this trophy. I don't want to be nominated for it." And everybody was kind of putting him on blast saying, "If you don't want to be on there, then don't nominate yourself or don't put your music in." And I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But at the same time, it's like he's bringing up something that needs to be talked about, you know? And that's a problem within the Christian world, is that like you've got Christian award shows, these big Christian events, but like, where is God in these events, right? One thing that I won't go into the biggest detail of is what do you call it? And I think that's a great example. What you said here is you think the label nominates him. That might be the case. It's the label. I don't like Christian-centered events instead of Christ-centered events, if that makes sense. Hold on, let me close my door real quick. I'll go into more detail in a second real quick. Let me close my door real quick. Alright, I'm closing my door. Okay. Sorry, my family came home with the dogs, so that's pretty rad. But anyway, a big thing I didn't like about like our world that we live in is a lot of, even online, right? Like a lot of the world kind of bleeds into the showy Christian stuff. And I don't mind saying this, and at some point I might go into more detail, but I'll probably catch some flack for this at some point in the future, maybe. But I was possibly going to be invited to a Christian event, not quite recently, but about a year or so ago, and it was really cool concept. I was on board for it. I was sitting there like, yo, this is kind of cool. I'm gonna get my community up and hyped for it. And then like that Saturday, God like convicted me, and I just felt like a whole train came down. Like, I got to talk with people behind the scenes about this whole thing, and it was kind of cool, but God convicted me and just kind of was just like, I just felt him say, where in the world was I mentioned in this event? When you talk to this person about this event and this thing, where was I mentioned in this? And I sat there and I was convicted. I was like, that day I just told them I'm not doing it. I'm backing out. I'm just not doing this thing. And it wasn't like a thing of like some big thing. Like I had to be a big streamer or anything for, but it was a big thing. Also, thank you, Colin, for the raid. I appreciate it, homie. I hope you're doing awesome tonight, homie. Thank you for being rad and super cool and bringing some homies over. Also, I'll read the rest of what y'all are saying in just a second, I promise. I hope you had an awesome stream, by the way, Colin. How was your stream? But essentially, I was invited to this thing, and I decided I didn't want to be there. It was an event where I was told essentially that we're gonna celebrate you, and it wasn't about celebrating God. Sure, the goal was to get people to Christ, but when you're told, hey, we're here to celebrate you, or you'll have your own little room, and people can meet you, and people are gonna think you're so cool, and they're gonna see how cool Derpy is, and that already set me off a little bit. Like I was just like, I don't really want to, like, if I'm going to a Christian's like event, I don't want to be the centerpiece or a centerpiece. I want God to be that. I want to go to that to not only grow, but to meet also fellow Christians, but not to be in an event where it's more about just hunky-dory, la la la, let's do fun friend things and not have anything to do with Christ. And funnily enough, I was not the only person that had dealt with this. I won't name any names, but I've had multiple people, even people I've massively respected, share a similar thing, but not exactly the same thing as me, in regards to just not feeling right about it, and that there's something wrong with it. You know what I mean? That's one of those things that's like, sometimes I do think it's important to step away from something like that, especially if you know that glory is going to you instead of God. And I have respect for Forrest Frank like that, because that's something I felt in regards to other Christian events that have happened, and I think that like at some point something's going to happen within that. I'm not sure, but I know at some point, especially if it becomes a big thing, I'll probably catch some flack for that kind of response, but I don't want to go to a place that's naming itself as a Christian event for them to sit there and try to glorify other people instead of God. And you might be like, well, Derpy, they sometimes talk about God, so it's pretty cool. It's like, I don't care. Okay, sometimes talks about God's cool. No, I want to go to a Christian event to grow in Christ. I want to see someone equipping other people, not just sitting there and going like, guys, we just gonna hang out. You know what I mean? Like, don't call it a Christian event if it's just a hangout. Now, you can say it's an event made by Christians. Sure, I don't mind that. But whenever it's a Christian event and it's not that, that's the problem. It's more about, and me talking behind the scenes with people, being told, well, we're here to celebrate you, Derpy. Not Derpy in general, but like the streamers, right? And I kind of sat there and I was like, I don't like this. Like, this isn't me, And I didn't sit there and like, tell the person that like up front. And I was still on board. I was like, okay, well, yeah, that one kind of made me a little uncomfortable, but I still think it's kind of cool. And then, that Saturday, God convicted me. He just straight up was just like, I'm not in this, man. So I just want to say that, like, just like kind of Forrest Frank, be careful of like, these events and these things that you go around, right? Because it's like, these things might sound cool because they've slapped the Christian name on it, but it doesn't really mean anything if it's not truly helping people. Like those things like the double words, those things are to glorify people. They're not there to glorify God. If they were to glorify people or to God, there would be more things than just, why we're here. It's more of like, there'd be something about genuine theology or wanting to equip other people to help other people in the world, not some speech to get the glory of something like that, Now, granted, it'd be different if someone was invited to an award show that isn't filled with Christians and decided to go over there so that they could spread the gospel to them that way. I think that's a really cool concept. Let me catch up real quick. Sorry about that. You said doing all right. Finished Celeste. Cool. That sounds cool. I've heard that's a pretty good indie game. Or at least I think I'll be finishing. Gonna raid and run, I think, because of low energy. No problem. Have a nice night, homie, and God bless you too, homie. Let me catch up real quick. So, Ubu, you said I will say Daylight by David Kushner slaps pretty hard, and that's pretty new. Is that the Welcome to Daylight song? I think I know it. I don't know if it's that one or not, but there's a song called Welcome to Daylight. Where it's like, welcome to daylight. That one's pretty good. I like that. I think I have that on Spotify, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong though. Early 2000s Relient K is 11 out of 10. I agree. Solid band. Struck Dead. Let's see. He values his personal life and walk with Christ above the fame. Yeah, I agree completely. Let's see. Strings and Heart is an indie Christian band who has toured with Josiah Queen. My sister invited me to a concert. Oh, that sounds really cool. Did you like the concert then? Let's see. And you said to think that the label nominates him. Yeah, and that might be the case too, is that the label nominates him. But yeah. So it's a big reason why I like the music I like as well, because it's like the older Christian music. There's like heart in it, And I'm not saying newer stuff doesn't. But obviously a lot of the older stuff did, like Switchfoot had heart in it. You felt it. What do you call it? Relient K had heart in it. And even if it's just like fun or not, like either way, it had heart in it. Excuse me. And like I know Owl City doesn't really count, but like to me, Owl City has a lot of heart in his music, even in Coco Moon, where it's like, he talks about like, that's how a rich fella counts his treasure in heaven, not under the ground. And I'm like, dude, that's so cool. I love that. So, I love music, man. Like I like not the Five Nights at Freddy's character, but he's kind of cool too. But like, I love music, that really just like reflects God in a good way. It's not full of itself. It's being loving and authentic to God. There's even worship music nowadays too, y'all, where it's like, where it just sounds like it's more about us. One of the worship songs that I just hate, and I just don't like it. Anytime it comes up, I just don't sing it when my church does it. But it's the song that goes, when I open up my mouth, miracles start pouring out because of the authority that Jesus has given me. And it's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, how do you even know if you have authority in Christ if you're saying something like that, It's a little bit of a bold claim to say you've got authority in Christ, so like miracles will start pouring out of your mouth or whatever. It's like no. And so when I hear that song, I just stopped. I don't sing. I'm not gonna sing this dang song. Like, it feels like it's glorifying me, It's like, I have authority because Jesus gave me this authority. It sounds like you care more about the authority you were given than the guy who gave the authority to you, And that's one of those things, is that like people don't notice that, but like worship music kind of has this weird teeter-totter where it's like, and I love Heart of Worship by like Matt Redman, for example. You know what I mean? Because he had a song where it says, he says, I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it, because like, I want to go back to the heart of worship. That's a beautiful song. And And I don't even think Matt Redman made the song, but like still like that song I know is great, and then like with Matt Redman singing it, but like but the Heart of Worship song is awesome. And that's like what we're missing nowadays too, you know. So yeah. Music Man is also cool. But music in general is dope. Let's see. MM's cool Music Man's coolness is partially a symptom of that. That is true. He does have music in him, so it's cool. Yeah, the only miracle I see in my day-to-day is my salvation. Yeah, and that's not a miracle we ever did anything for, you know. So it's just like one of those things where it's just like I don't like new worship. This new worship stuff's just weird, you know. I mean, some of it's good. I like the like there's like the make new wine out of me thing. That's cool. You know, I feel it in this room is a good one. I like that one as well. But like, you know, I just think we're like, I'm not saying we are losing ourselves, but it just really feels like there are so many Christians being taken advantage of the selfism that comes around with like worship. Like, I don't need self-empowerment. I need a better relationship with God. Like, that's just the real deal, you know? And we got to stop sitting here and acting like it's okay to have self-empowerment when obviously our self-empowerment is blocking us from a good relationship with God. Like people just aren't getting that, you know, like it's one of those things where it's like, and that's why pridefulness is such a bad thing, because stuff like this will slowly build your pride to the point to where it's like you're disgusted when you're met with this opposition to that pridefulness. It's almost like, well, I like this sin, I don't want to get rid of it. Big reason why, you know, people are like super defensive about the devil wards. It's like you're clearly wanting it for a bad reason. Also, hold on a second. But yeah, you're clearly wanting it for a bad reason. If you're having a problem, like I think if you don't have a problem with someone being convicted about those things, then that's great. You know, it's not that he was saying, if you go to the devil wards, you're a freaking loser. You know, he didn't say that. He said he felt convicted and didn't want to go, and people were mad about it, you know. That's the big thing I have with that, is that like that's a heartbreaking thing, because supposedly these are supposed to be brothers and sisters in Christ, but yet then, you know, they can't see the sin in between their eyes. You know what I mean? Ooh, Happy Lies, I think, is a book that I have on my list, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I do want to try to read Happy Lies. But yeah, you said there's a book called Happy Lies about the New Thought movement, which is a movement no one knows by name, but everyone sees in their day-to-day. I highly suggest giving it a read. It's all about identifying the ideology that would lead someone to prioritize I have superpowers, worship songs over the real gospel. Yeah, that sounds great, honestly. I think I have it on Throne. If I don't, I'm going to put it on there. I mean, I'm not going to say, guys, buy it from me on my Throne. I'll probably buy it myself, because I got this thing called Money. I actually put it on there. It's by Melissa Doherty, right? Melissa Doherty, or Doherty. How a movement you probably never heard of shaped our self-obsessed world. I do have that on there. It's $11. I can probably buy it at some point. But yeah, okay. So I did put it down. I think you recommended it before, and I was like, dude. Wrote Happy Lies. She's a lady who made the video that changed my life, where she asked if you never saw another miracle again, would you still love God? That's cool that's the girl. I didn't know that. That's the cool that like that's the girl that like or the lady that well, I same thing that said that said that. That's cool. I definitely might have to look into reading that book then. Because that is a big thing. Like we live in such a world that's so self-obsessed with itself. It's insane, you know? And, you know, I know a lot of Christians would be like, not me, I love God. Well, it's like you can love God, but obviously you might have a self-obsession problem. And there's worship songs that reflect that, you know? That's why I don't like I have the authority that Christ has given me, because when I open up my mouth, miracles start coming out. Like, no, they don't. Like, what the crud are you doing? You ain't going to speak it to existence. You ain't going to be like, you know, you're not Kenneth Copeland going like, hair, grow hair. Like, you're not going to make that miracle happen like doing that, you know? Like, I love God, and I think it's great, and I believe he's a miracle worker, but you aren't a miracle worker. It's not you. It's not us, you know? I keep up with yeah, I keep up pretty regularly with her YouTube channel. I was listening along to her content as well. She was advertising the book. That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check out the book. That seems like a book that I think would be a big benefit to read. Like, obviously I say that and I have all these other books, but like that one in particular, it's like, that one's kind of like got like, there's like an itch in my head that's like, I need to read that, you know what I mean? So I might need to read it. And the more I hear about how cool I am in a sermon, the less I'm tuned in. Exactly, bro. It ain't about me. And I know I'm a train wreck. Exactly. Like, we don't need to be lied and say, you powerful, you beautiful. You know, obviously, yeah, I mean, like, we can say we're powerful and beautiful, but like, we don't need to be talking about us. We need to see how busted we are so that we can genuinely appreciate what God's done for us. You can't do that if you're all about yourself, right? And that's like that's just a big thing that I think is a big problem in the world. It's the selfism, you know? People don't want to talk about it, but it's selfism. Selfism is a problem in the world, and it's just not okay. It's all about me. And, you know, we need to get to a point to where it's about he. Not only is it funny because of he, but it's like he with the capital H. He is in the Lord, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, youth pastor power right there. I'm not even a youth pastor. But anyway, that's what it is. Like, we need to get into, that mindset. And, that's something that I think is a big wrong problem with the world, is that selfism. I love one of the songs I've heard. Oh, I can't remember the name, but it's called False Teachers. And no, I don't like that he name drops people in the song, but his song's pretty fire, you know. What do you call it? But he talks about some pretty strong thing. He says it's the biggest thing that's sweeping the nation. He says it's called selfism. It's not. We just like to dress it up and call it Christian. And I'm like, you're right though. Like, that's what it is we're dressing up selfism and saying it's Christian. You know, we're like talking about ourselves more than we're talking about God, you know? I mean, I'm gonna be real, and I'm a streamer here, by the way, just to let you know. There's sometimes I do like to talk about myself. Now, I don't have as big as an ego as most streamers, but like there's that innate feeling sometimes to have that temptation to. Here's the thing, and this is just the reality of it. I know the idea while typing in a chat is kind of like giving attention to a streamer. I also have to work on that in myself, to where it's like I'm not talking about, or I'm not thinking so much about myself, the selfism that's going to keep me from God. And we have like this world of like Twitch and streaming. And I'm not saying this is the case. If you're a streamer, then you are inherently a bad guy or a bad girl, and that you are doing these things for the wrong reasons. But if you don't keep yourself in check, you know, we live in a thing that promotes this selfism. You know, that's why there's a lot of streamers who like, just look at the streamer awards, for example. Like, there's people who I respect what Asmongold said, and no, I'm not like the biggest like Asmongold fan, but I like some things he says from time to time, and I'm like, yeah, like I'm like, he sees it, you know. Like, there's certain things that I'm obviously in disagreement with him on, but he like sees it. You know, he basically said like some of these streamers were like, you know, they're crying and like, you know, whining about all these things, but they're trying to save their self-image so much that they can't even admit their own faults. You know, and like they're so locked up into that like it's almost like they can't be free because of the fact that they are so locked up. And he was basically telling them that, like, you know, he was basically saying that, like, you know, these people could literally quit anytime they wanted to. They're millionaires, right? But they can't, because that's what their fuel is. They're fueled by this like consistent attention that they just can't let go of it. And it's not the fact that they need the money, it's the fact that they crave that kind of attention. And now they're locked up in this kind of thing. And it's just this big selfism. It's like, I want to make myself to look the best that I can. I can't be honest about the way that I feel because these people I've cultivated myself around are bad people, and they don't think for themselves. And the reality is, the only way that these people can truly be free from something like that is they're going to have to take a bullet for it. As in, like, they're going to have to take a chunk of their community out. They're going to have to be like, all right, this is how I'm going to live, and this is where it's going to be. And they can't do this because it's not that they can't do it. It's just, it's really hard for them to do it because they're so drunk on the selfism that, and this isn't the case for everybody, but you can see it in the, like, especially in the ones with the streamer awards, for example. Like, you can see that because it's something that's really hurting them, you know? Like, it's hurting on the inside. Like, you know, one of the streamers that was there was talking about how, like, you know, there was there was a really cool thing about, like, still being loving to somebody even though you don't agree with their lifestyle. And not only that, the streamer they were talking about went against them, but the community that they also had was against them too, or their own community. And it's really wild. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't want to live that kind of life, stop living it, you know? You're gonna have to take the hit. You know, back when I was streaming, at the start, when I was a big people pleaser, and I started having more of a backbone in my faith and talking about God, I lost like half of my community because I stopped hanging around the people that they flocked to. I stopped hanging around and I started being more and more honest about God. It started scaring some people away. But I can safely say that every God talk that I've had, including this one, since that day, I started like getting more and more people just to talk about God. And the more and more I felt free. Like, I'm not like, I don't feel like I'm controlled by my community. I also don't feel like I'm controlling over you guys. It's one of those things where it's like, I can be honest about myself. I don't have to be scared of correction. Like, there's sometimes I get corrected in chat and it's not embarrassing. I think it's good to have those moments of embarrassment so that you can learn to fix those things. But a thing that I think is important is being honest, you know, and getting that correction that's needed, you know. That's something that's helped me a lot in my life. And honestly, I think a big thing that helped was being able to take the bite. You know, I had to, I'm not going to say sacrifice, but I had to basically let go of this one anchor that I was holding on to. I had to let go of it and say, all right, I need to stop holding that, right? And when I let go of that anchor, it helped a lot. The right kind of people started coming in. You know, that's how I started meeting people like Ubu. Abby came around literally around that time, which some of y'all might know Abby, some of y'all may not. But Abby was a really cool homie. She's a big reason I met all these homies as well. But like, if I did not leave the community that I was a part of, I would have probably never met the homies that I did now. And yeah, that's a big thing, is when you take a risk for God like that, like, you'll be met with something. Now, there's a price that comes with it, but man, it was that price. Like, it was worth it. It was worth that price, you know. And sometimes you have to willingly take that risk. You know, it's kind of something I feel similar sometimes with the concept of tithing. Sometimes is, you know, giving back to God. And obviously, different people have different ways of doing this, obviously, but like, in regards to that, it's like taking this risk, right? Taking the risk of like, oh man, well, I have the system all built up for this thing, right? Like, if I start changing that system, then it could tumble apart. And it's like, here's the thing. If the foundation and the thing you've been building in your life falls apart because you change this thing for one thing for God, then that means your foundation needs to be built on a better foundation of God, you know? The reason I say that is because I am someone who speaks in this aspect of my life in regards to community wise and just the things going on. What do you call it, in the past as well. Hold on. My mom's calling me of the most wonderful times while I'm in the middle of stream. So I'll be right back real quick. Let me do this real quick because I started losing my track. So I just I'll be right back real quick. Hold on, homies. I'll be right back real quick. I need to check something real quick. Also, hiya, Justin. How you doing tonight, homie? I'll read what the rest of y'all are saying in just a second. Sorry, y'all. Alrighty, I'm back now, homies. What'd you say? You're welcome. Alright, I'm back. Dude, the homie Justin and the homie Mean Bean showed up as well, dude. We were talking about some pretty real stuff in the streaming sphere today. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, let me catch up in chat real quick. Let me catch up with what y'all are talking about. Let's see. Ubu, you said, I know I have value because I'm made in the image of God, and I know God values me because he died for me, but that's where it is. Excuse me. The rest of the story should be directed toward him. I agree. I agree completely. Worship music nowadays feels like it is turning more into a selfism thing. I had some homies like start trying to blast me for it. They're like, Derpy, you can't be so mean about how people worship God, blah, blah. I'm like, man, listen, if you're worshiping God and it's selfism, you're not worshiping God, you're worshiping yourself. That's just reality, you know? And I'm not being mean. Like, you know, for someone to be offended about that, that just shows you, you know, like, we're not to walk in offense as Christ. We're not supposed to walk in offense as Christ. If you're walking in offense, I'm sorry to tell you this, your heart's in the wrong spot, you know? And I agree completely. The rest of the story should be directed towards God. It shouldn't be directed towards anybody else. It should be directed towards God. It shouldn't be directed towards us as people. And the selfism that's growing within our culture, which it's always been a part of our culture. I say growing like it's like a thing. It's always been selfism pretty much throughout all our culture, even all the way back in 2000, you know, or 2000 years ago, back when Christ was around, right? Like, you know, like Christ is still around, but like, you know what I mean? Like when he was in the flesh there. And that's one of those things where it's like, you know, like we've lived that for such a long time. And there was a lot of selfism going on, even with the Pharisees. They were always like dancing the line more than just trying to live for God, you know, and that's the big problem, you know. Let's see. You said that's true. It seems like it's hard for some people because they are consumed by craving for attention. Yeah, and that's like, so what I talked about a little bit earlier before Mean Bean and Justin, y'all came in. We were talking about like streamers like crying and being upset with things, but they lack the honesty to talk about the things that they want to because they crave the attention that they're being given. And it's a big selfism thing. It's a big thing that like, it's like, you know, the streamer community, believe it or not, sometimes people do this and enjoy the attention they get from this to the point to where it really just it rocks their heart. And this is just me being real. I can be tempted with that sometimes, and I have been, you know, like, so I'm not saying, oh, I'm immune to this. I've got some big biceps that just deflect those comments off like no tomorrow. It's like, no, I don't. Like I have to work on that a lot in my life. I have to be humbled. And it's important to humble yourself. It's important to basically, you know, be honest. And I think it's fun when there's homies in chat that are also, you know, that have correction or they say some things in a loving way that really like helps me like get a different perspective on things. That helps me stay grounded as well. But like, you know, a lot of these bigger streamer homies is that like, you know, you admit a fault and it's like, you know, you're done for. And it's like, I think there's nothing wrong with admitting your faults, you know? Like one great thing I will say is that like, I've gotten to the point where I've pretty much admitted like everything that's my fault, which isn't to say everything. Obviously, there's some things that just don't need to be on stream. But like a lot of the things that I have a lot of self like image issues with, I'm honest with, you know, like struggling with something like lust or overthinking and anxiety. Like these are big things that I struggle with a lot. And these are things that like cause me issues. Like the way I look at myself, it gets altered because of the way that I either overthink or have anxious thoughts, or I am someone that struggles with lust, something like that. Like those things wreck me. They wreck me a lot. And that's why I think it's super important, just as like as people and as we go as people, to be careful of just these, you know, like being so scared to be honest about some stuff, you know. And obviously the streamer environment we have, it doesn't really promote that, you know. Here I think it's promoted a bit, but even then, like, you know, it's like it's an imperfect system, just like anything in the world, right? So that's like a big thing. 6 shirt derps, dude. Thank you. It's the Kingdoms of the Dump t-shirt. They sent it to me on Kickstarter. It was really cool. It's really awesome. But yeah, which was very funny that I came in and plugged that. But like, yeah, it was really cool. It's a good game. But yeah, I like how we both came in as he was leaving on 2 separate occasions. That's true. I came in a second time and left too. Clearly, we're the problem. I guess so, dude. We're all the problem. I think we're all the problem, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Justin here's by. Oh, Mean Bean's here by. Oh, I got you. Yeah, Justin's here. Yeah, I gotta leave, bro. I'm kidding. Y'all are awesome. Let's see. It is important to be honest with people you care for. If people aren't honest to one another, they are going to feel guilt, and that's what people need to reach out to God. Yeah. I also think, now this is something that I'm not saying that you're doing this when you say that, Angelson. What you said is great. I think people could use what that is said though, and to be like, well, it's more important to be honest than loving. It's like, honesty is great. But like, there are certain things that also we have to know when's the right time to say something and when not to. Obviously, we're not going to be perfect at that. But like, obviously, if someone's like, let's just say somebody's mom passes away, your response shouldn't be like, I'm gonna be real with you. I think you're a sinning person. Sometimes like that, where it's like, honesty's great. But in the right sense as well. Like, when's the right time of being honest? Because sometimes being kind is important also while being honest, which isn't to say that that's what you're saying there, Angelson. I agree with what you're saying completely. But like, someone could take that statement and kind of twist it into being like, well, I can say this whenever I want, So, but I agree with you completely. There's nothing wrong with being lovingly honest to somebody, for sure. See, when Eve sinned, I was out of selfism. I guess it was out of selfism. Sorry, I don't know why I said I was out of selfism. It was out of selfism. It was wanting more than you need, right? Especially having wanting to have this yourself, Selfism was from the very beginning with man, and even earlier with the devil. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've been blowing up. We're the issue. This is a Switchfoot reference. Oh, I like Switchfoot, but I don't know that reference, sadly. Dang it, man. That's okay, though. Dude, one of my socks has a hole in it now, man. I can't believe this. See, I agree, dog, if we're adding to the noise. Oh, I love that song. Okay, adding to the noise is great, by the way. Adding to the noise is great. I love that one. Like, yeah, I like the stepping out of those convenience stores, wanting more. I like that. That's a good song. Was that the reference to it? That stinks that I know the song and I didn't know that part of it. But like, I love the first part. I always imagine, like, I know this is kind of goofy to say this. I know it's funny, but when I hear that song, I imagine like Sir Derpy walking out with laughing with his homies or something, with his like scarf and stuff, like walking out of like a thrift store for some reason. And it's like, every time I see that, I think it's cool. Let's see. I don't know enough about Switchfoot to keep this going, but I appreciated it. So, Adding to the Noise is a great song. I like that song. Adding to the Noise is a good song from Switchfoot. Makes you feel any better? I know probably 4 or 5 Switchfoot songs. I know quite a few. Today's topic's been a lot about music today, which is really cool. I really like that we're talking about music. Because I think music's just a great way to the heart. And I think a lot of times when we think about things like selfism, like a lot of music can lead people to that. And I think that's why people like the music that's like, when I open up my mouth, miracles start pouring out stuff, where it's like, it feels good, but the lyrics have like a selfism to them, Also, I'm not going to show you all these vinyls, by the way, but Bean and Justin, I've been buying a bunch of vinyls. I'll just show you guys the one on the top. I got a Minecraft vinyl here, so I'm going to be doing a vinyl stream at some point, streaming the vinyl music that I have, but I have a lot. I have a whole stack of vinyls over here, and I mean a lot. I have a lot of Ninja Turtle ones, and it's really wild. I have a Peanuts one as well, which is cool. I have Saint Seiya. obviously the Ninja Turtles. And I have the Daft Punk one now. I have a Daft Punk one now, finally, so that's cool. Let's see. Where'd you find a CD player that big? I don't know. I don't have one yet. That's what's so funny about that. I don't even have a vinyl or a record player. I don't have a record or a vinyl player at all, by the way, which is really funny. I also have a very big Show Us Daft Punk. I'll show you the Daft Punk one. It's actually the one that you already have. So, believe it or not, homies, for Christmas, I already bought Ubu this. But I'll show you guys the Daft Punk one since we've talked a lot about it. So, because today is a bit of a different talk today, but I do have the Tron Legacy one. I did get that. It's the same one Ubu has. Ubu got his way before me though, because where he lives is a lot closer to where they were shipping, I think. But I do have this now. It's pretty cool. It's limited edition with blue and white, which is cool. So this is my only Daft Punk record I have until the other ones come in. Who knows when those will come in? I have no idea. Actually, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna check my email real quick. Limited edition. It says that, but like, and I think this is from Target because Target has that thing on there a lot. I don't know how limited edition it is, but it's blue and I think it's cool. Homies. Speak of, I'm not going to say speak of the devil, but speak of the band. Both the Daft Punks they have shipping information about them. So at some point within the next week or so, I will have Human After All and Homework coming in. So that'll be pretty cool. So that was an email I just checked. So this is my first Daft Punk one. I've never heard a single bit of Tron Legacy music, so I have no idea what it sounds like. However, I will tell you this. I will not be streaming this music. You guys might be like, what the crud? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not going to be streaming this? I don't want to get copywritten, so this is more for my enjoyment rather than, showing that on stream. So just letting y'all know, I won't play this one on stream, but yeah. So anyway, I love music, and also do y'all mind me asking, do y'all know if there's any Christian artists that have vinyls by any chance? I think Switchfoot does, but I'm not sure. I know Switchfoot's working on making a record, which I'm like super cool, because if y'all listen to Switchfoot was one of my top favorite bands, like right below Hideki Naganuma. Hideki Naganuma was because of like Spotify playing the Jet Set Radio stuff, but Switchfoot said on Spotify, with the Spotify Wrapped, they said they're working on another record or something like that, so they might have a record that's coming out, which is cool. So anyway, I do have Daft Punk. I got this today actually, which is really cool. So I have a lot of these really cool ones. I have a lot of pictures of all these. Now, y'all got the exclusive look at the Daft Punk one because I didn't share that with everybody. So, but yeah. So, homework outside of school, I know it's crazy, bro. It's insane. You have no idea. It's wild. Homework outside of school is insane. I think Defunk is on homework, which is cool. Which is a great song. I think Ubu would know the answer to that, though. Ubu is Defunk on homework. Let me catch up real quick, by the way. That says, I listened to a handful, Ubu said, I listened to a handful of Switchfoot songs religiously. Dare You to Move. Dare You to Move was the first actual, like, Switchfoot song I heard, for sure. Which is like the Bingo Free Space. Yeah, it is, definitely. This Is Your Life, I've listened to that one. More Than Fine, I haven't heard. Adding to the Noise, I have heard. I love that one. Oh, Gravity, I think I've heard. I think I've heard Let Your Love Be Strong. I don't think I've heard Meant to Live. One of my favorite songs from Switchfoot is what's it called? Man, I can't even remember now. It's on the same album as I'll just look it up. I got plenty of Switchfoot songs on here. I like how I'm like, guys, this is my favorite song. I don't even remember the dang name for it. I'll know when I look at it. No, wait, hold on. I gotta do it on my liked library. I have a lot of good Switchfoot songs. Rise Above It's great. Float's cool. Float feels more like a Siamese song than anything. Setting Sun's good. I like that. Adding to the Noise is on here. Healer of Souls is great. Gone. I like Gone, but I like the Owl City version more than that. I love the original. Like literally, it's called the original. The Switchfoot's the original song is amazing. I like that too. New Way to Be Human. I like that. It's the one with the Thumbprint like album, the Thumbprint album on Switchfoot. I love New Way to Be Human. I also like Bull in a China Shop, which is really sick. Bull in a China Shop's pretty cool. There's so many of these I think's cool. Vice Versus is good. I like Stupid Deep. Thrive is good. There's one that I really like. Where's this one that I really want? Yeah, there's one on the album for Learning to Breathe. I love Learning to Breathe. That was the last one I'll say. Let's see. Reliant K's best album. Is it on? I'm not gonna buy it, but this is just for future reference. Collide Records 20th anniversary as well. Okay, I might have to look at this then. Oh, this is literally called Okay, cool. Let me I'm gonna save that. Y'all, if y'all have any other like Christian artist albums, I would love to like let me put this in my recommendeds real quick. I'm keeping that for later. Let me catch up real quick. I don't remember. Did you end up getting the Interstellar one? I did, but it probably will be like 5 years till I get it though, sadly. So maybe in 6 months I'll get it. I don't know if I'll get it because the only review on the Interstellar one on that website literally said it took 6 months to get it. So I probably won't get it, you know. Let's see. Let's stay with music. Ephesians 5:10. Speak to one another with psalms, hymns, and spiritual songs. Sing and make music in your hearts to the Lord. Yeah, it's like, you know, music's a powerful thing, bro. Like, you know, I love that they said that too, because I think that's also why it's encouraged to sing psalms and hymns, is because music just has a way into the heart for people, you know. Do be mindful when you buy one of them, Captain. Lots of dirt cheap subpar turntables entered the scene when vinyl became hip, and your vinyl will only sound as good as the player. Okay, I'll have to see how my dad, what my dad gets, possibly. I don't exactly know which one he's gonna get exactly, but we'll see how things go for it, you know. I know whatever one my dad gets me will probably be pretty decent though. See, I'm a little jealous of Homework. You can be the dog man IRL, dude. That's true. But I don't got a boombox to carry it on though. We need to have like an actual. I'm kidding, dude. Just like, yeah, we gotta put it in a record player and hold it over instead of the boombox. Let's see. Reliant K does. I imagine most major bands do. To be honest, ever since vinyl made a comeback, I got you, including Casting Crowns. Casting Crowns might be one I look at as well. I have on my list of things. Let's see, Defunct's on Homework. Okay, cool. Dare You to Move really helped me on my feet a few times when I was bumming over to sin. Okay, yeah, like Dare You to Move is great. Like Dare You to Move was, I think, one of the first songs that really hit my heart as a kid, before I was even a Christian. Like something about Dare You to Move, whenever it says the part of like welcome to the planet, you know, and it's kind of like this like beautiful thing of like being born into the world. It's like it's really cool and really like surreal, you know what I mean? It's kind of felt like God was using that, you know what I mean? Really, Meant to Live is probably the biggest hit. Interesting. I've never heard Meant to Live, so I have to check it. Yeah, Vice Versus has Where I Belong. Love that song. Cool. I like Rise Above It from Vice Versus. And I do like Where I Belong, though. Where I Belong is great. Actually, wait, I think I'm confusing Setting Sun for Where I Belong. I'm trying to think of another thing. I like how we're all sharing our Christian music. It's really cool. Today's a Christian music share stream. That's what it's going to be. It stinks, though, too, because I would love to play some vinyls on stream that are like Christian music, but I won't be able to play them on stream. But that's okay, though. I also need like a display holder at some point. I kind of think I could put one somewhere over here when I move some stuff out the way. and then like have like one of those side holder things to put these records and stuff in. Here's 5 Score. 5 Score and 7 years ago. Like his other best album. Lol. Okay, yeah, I'll keep these in mind. Oh, I love this too. I love it when they got like, look, Blue White Marble. I love when they decide that they're like, hey guys, let's make the record look nice. I'm like, I like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. These are definitely going on the list of like what to buy later, because I'm not in the market to spend 40 right now. Actually, especially after for those of you who don't know, last night while I was talking to the homie Ubu, I ended up buying the Tick, the animated series soundtrack, because it was at a random record store thing and I bought it online, and I also got the soundtrack for the It's Our House in the Middle of Our House, This Is Our House. I got like a small version of that soundtrack, which was kind of cool. I got both of those because I thought it'd be cool. What was I looking at? Where was I at? I had like something pulled up. I think it was just because I was looking over here. All right, Man of Culture. You can actually buy them right from Relient K's site though. Ooh, okay. I will keep that in mind too. Relient K to me is a really cool one to have. I don't know if it's something I'm like on the board of jumping on board for. Like Owl City though, I'll jump on board for it. I have Ocean Eyes coming in. The album from Owl City is Ocean Eyes. I have that coming in also from that website. You thank my brother for introducing me to Relient K. Yeah, it's really cool. Brother's a Chad. He really is. I've met his brother. It's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool homie. Also, I think I saw the karaoke albums on that record site, which means Relient K's cover of Dr. War. Oh, that'd be cool to have too. Sorry. Excuse me. Me breathing like that. I also ate a whole pizza before stream. All right, let's see. I also think I saw the... Oh, you already read that. Yeah, karaoke album would be really cool to have, I think. Their Dr. Worm song slaps, I'm not going to lie. Now, they might be Giants Dr. Worm I heard before this one, but I like Relient K's version too. Like, it's like, honestly, like, when I heard Relient K's, I was like, this sounds like Dr. Worm. Like, it sounds like, yeah, I would, like... I think it's a cool one to grow up with. I think I pretty much grew up with the original, but... The original didn't sound a whole lot different for me, but this was when I was a kid, so I think that they captured it pretty well and did a good job with it. That album was actually really good. Fun fact, when asked where the title came from, the band literally said it's because people would sound dumb when they said it. Can confirm. I sound dumb. I see. That's so funny, dude. That's such a good name. 5 scores in 7 years is 107 years. Dang. I wonder what the significance is. At the very least, 107 is a prime number. Interesting. I've been learning a little bit about prime numbers, by the way. It's funny, but like I've been in... Justin, I never told you this, but this year, I've been put in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math classes. So they've been putting me in math in all the classes. So I've been learning more math. Maybe not on your scale, but I've been learning more math. And it's been wild because I've been in like every math class for all these grades, and they do it differently sometimes. Like I'm already a master at turning a mixed number into an improper fraction and vice versa. So it's like, I already know how to do it, dude. Thank you for the water, by the way, Armored. I appreciate it, homie. Let's see, because that's how long the deathbed is. Oh, is that their song? Did they make a song called Deathbed? Once I heard that Our House in the Middle of Our House song, but a version of it looped minutes, getting lower and lower in pitch. It was very interesting. I bet. Deathbed is like Relient K's magnum opus, but I personally think When I Go Down would be my favorite. Okay, interesting. I think it actually got the name because it was their 5th album and 5 years into their career, or 7 years into their career. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's cool. My sister and brother got me to listen to Relient K. Cool. That's awesome. Let's see. That's pretty cool. I like Relient K. I've never listened to them in the past a whole lot, but I listened to them a little bit more, especially like Mean Bean would share some things about Relient K, which is kind of cool too, that Owl City had worked with Relient K a little bit, which is really cool. I do like that they did that. Let's see. I'd rather that explanation is more true than mine. Hot take: Relient K's Dr. Worm is better than They Might Be Giants. Hey, it's pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I'd have to hear They Might Be Giants version again to make that decision, but I do have Relient K's Dr. Worm on my Spotify because it's that good. So it's like awesome. Gasp, the math. You're right. Well, vice versa. Just like that Switchfoot album, dude. Real. You're right. Derpy Deathbed is beautiful. You Will Cry. Okay, I got you. Also, the singer from Switchfoot sings at the end, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, Switchfoot has a way to just stab your freaking heart when he sings, bro. I'm not lying. Like, anytime I would hear his rough songs, I feel like my heart's being stabbed. Let's see. We listened to Deathbed on the way to the convention. We did? Dude, I probably thought it was good then. I ain't gonna lie. I totally forgot about that, dude. That one, I guess that one slipped my brain. I guess that car accident knocked me a little bit out of the way. I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of that, I know this is gonna be funny. This is gonna go full circle. Speaking of car accident, a big reason I wasn't worried about my church not being able to do the event thing was because over Christmas, because I've been through worse and God's gotten me through it. So I guess a way to say that is that, like, you know, like when you go through something rough, like the minor stuff doesn't feel as scary anymore. Like, you know, like now I've literally like witnessed my church like breakers mess up, and God still provided a way through it. Anyway, and what do you call it? And I never once had like anxiety about it. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, like when you see God go through and help you through the bigger, harder stuff, which is real deal. The smaller stuff means nothing now, you know, like, you know, and I forgot to do this and I should have done this. I need to talk to some things to let them know about that I have an attorney and stuff, because they're trying to, there's people, I've got a debt collector after me, and they're trying to be like, we need money. And I'll be like, listen, it's in litigation. Calm the crud down, you know? So, but yeah. But that's really cool that like Switchfoot sings at the end of that too. But that's cool. I'd have to re-listen to Deathbed. I'd probably remember that. Deathbed is the one where Mr. Switchfoot himself, John Foreman, sings at the end. That's cool. I Won't Let You Go. Won't Let You Go is great too. I love Won't Let You Go. Won't Let You Go is awesome because I think Lauren Daigle did a song with him too, and it's like great, you know. Yeah, I didn't see Mean Bean said it already. Lol. Oh no, you're good. I think that just pretty much hits that nail on the head of like Deathbed's a very good song apparently. That like hits. So yeah, I'll have to listen to Deathbed again. So that's probably what I'll do. Definitely lyrically appreciate when I go down. Thought I Think I Don't Need a Soul is one of my all-time songs, period. I know that title sounds whack, but it's actually about the singer losing his uncle and his fiance, leaving him around the same time, and him confronting his codependence when life still goes on because God. Interesting. Sorry for my wall explanation. I love musical. I had no problem, homie. I think it's really cool. That makes me want to get some like Switchfoot albums as well, and the Relient K ones as well. So whenever I get that record player or whatever, it'll be cool. Also, speaking of that too, is what you're talking about. I'm hoping it's a record player that doesn't press my records up, so that'd be really cool. So we'll see though. I also need to take good care of the record sets too, so I'm gonna need like a needle cleaner and stuff probably. That's both grown up and also good time for spike strips. Oh my gosh, dude, yeah, definitely, yeah. Determined, enigmatic, boisterous trainer. Dude, that's right, bro. That's what I need to help out with my problems, you know. Excuse me. I know I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. I mean, I talked about a good chunk of stuff about God today, but I know it's a bit different today, but you know, I just wanted to kind of catch up with y'all because it's been a bit since we've done a God talk, you know. I know we talked about selfism and God pulling through, you know. So that's been really cool. I guess that's one thing I'll say real quick as well is that like I've seen my improvement in the way I see things in life, if that makes sense. Like obviously I'm still struggling, but after church, you know, and seeing how really cool God just pulled through, and I didn't really, you know, my heart's just in a better spot now. I think that I think it's safe to say that I've grown a lot, you know, just, you know, and anyone can say that about themselves, but in this case, I think that I've grown, and it's really cool. Most of the time I'd be anxious and freaking out, but I wasn't scared or nothing. I wasn't like anxious. I wasn't like, dude, God's not got this. And I trusted God with it. And I think that's what I got to start doing more. And I know it's kind of funny. It's like, obviously I trust God, but am I trusting him in certain things that I should be trusting him in? You know, like, you know, sometimes I like to sit there and overthink about my social life and be like, overthink and think that I have to fix certain things when I don't have to, you know, that God will handle those things without me having to deal with them. And I think that's an important thing to kind of, trust is not one dimensional. You are exactly right. There's trust in different areas, that I've got to work on as well. So yeah. It's really cool. And also I like talking about music. I think it's really cool. I cannot wait till, and for those of you here, I think on one of the Mondays, well, maybe not on Monday, I don't know. Well, whenever I get back from my dad's, to be more specific, anyway, I'm going to do a vinyl record streaming thing where I'm going to stream at least the video game ones that I have, just to see how cool they are. So I think it'll be a fun idea. Maybe next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday. Well, yeah, next Friday's Christmas, I think. Yeah, it's crazy. Christmas is next Friday, bro. All right. Let me catch up real quick. I actually don't know if I've heard I Don't Need a Soul. Those two albums I linked, the vinyls are for our kind of where my Relient K knowledge begins and ends. I listened to that newer album from 2017 or whatever, and it really wasn't my cup of tea. I got you, homie. Buy your debt collector to climb out of the tree and make dinner for you in their home, dude. Real, exactly, man, exactly. And history repeat itself, exactly, bro. And the debt collector's like, hey, man, you gotta pay this stuff. I'm like, mister, the Lord put it in litigation. All right, oh my Lord, the to imagine that the Lord's got it handled. It's in litigation, you know. It's in litigation with the Lord. Let's see. Let's see, and this time I won't fall asleep. Cool. Let's see, it was from their 2009 album, Forget and Not Slow Down. It was a step away from their harder rock sound, though. Whole album revolved around his fiance leaving him and how that was going for him, his walk with God and so forth. That's cool. Is that the one that you showed me that has the Terminals? Is that what it is? Or is Terminals like a newer song? I'm guessing Terminals might be a newer song. Let's see, I see my oh, so Terminals is on that album. Okay, that makes sense. Terminals was a bonus track on that album. Cool. That's pretty sick. Owl City's got a couple bonus albums for like Coco Moon and stuff, and I'm like, sick. Let's see. Next Thursday's Christmas. Friday's the 26th. Oh, you're right. So it's not 10 days. I don't know, it is 10 days. It's 10 days now. But next Friday is when I would probably be getting the possible record from my dad. I don't know, though. Just depends. I'll have to message my dad and see. Clearly what the Bible meant. Yeah, exactly. Mean Bean, what album was Getting Into You on? Two lefts don't make a right. That sounds but three do. Oh man, dude. That sounds cool. That sounds like a cool name. Two lefts don't make a right, but three do. But you're right though, because it's like if you're like here, if you're on your left and you go left and the whatever. Never mind. I was thinking like that makes sense because if I'm sitting here on the right, and I go left one time, I go left again, and I left another time. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. Obviously it's the name of the title there, so it's cool. Got into that one more, dude. It's got some greater moments for sure. Gibberish really sings to my soul. Really, it really does, doesn't it? Okay, here's another album question. What is Look On Up from? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know a lot about the albums, but those two I will be looking at for sure. Vinyl wise anyway. For some of you also, by the way, like for Mean Bean and Justin, I also got Minecraft album here. So I'll be playing a lot of these, let's just say. So, and I also have Saint Seiya, but I don't know if y'all have ever watched or know Saint Seiya, but I've got some Saint Seiya stuff too, which is cool. And then I also have Chicory, which is cool. But I need to get some of these on here as well. But yeah, I got 2 Minecraft albums, which is cool. So I got a second one over here. So you've got C418, and then you've got another C418, which is just like a red version, except the Minecraft one here obviously is like the big real deal one. So, but yeah, I do like that a lot. I'm not going to show you everything, homies, because I already showed it earlier, but I do like these a lot. I can't wait to play them or to show them on stream. I want to kind of show you guys. I still want to show the box though, because this was the best deal I had. Was the here, let me see. I don't want to break this or nothing, so let me pull this up real quick. I gotta hold them on the side so that they're not like breaking each other. It's crazy how much these two weigh alone, man. But I still want to excuse me, I still want to really play this one on stream because this is a box set I got. And this box set here, what do you call it? This was worth $100 here, so it's like a $100 box set. And I got it for $25, which is really good. Very good deal. So I can't wait to open this one up on stream too. And what's cool too, by the way, is it's got like it's got by T. Lopes, who I'm guessing made like the Ninja Turtles soundtrack. And it was even saying like, thank you. Like they're thanking me, the reader. And I'm like, man, I didn't even play your dang game and I bought your dang album. You know what I mean? So, what do you call it? Which is really sick. So I like this. This is just, it's fun to see like, you know, all the fun stuff and the fun art that can be gotten from this as well. So I can't wait. And I really want to play the Cyberpunk one on here. What sucks too, by the way, is that like, you know, I love this. This is great. This is cool. But what sucks is this, like, the sticker's on the outside. I wish the sticker wasn't. I get why though, but like the sticker I think helps a lot. Like, look, this says Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and it's got this cool sticker. If I take it off, like the wrapping off, this thing goes away, and I don't like that. It's just it's not cool to me at all, you know. So yeah, it's just kind of like it's kind of a bit of a bruh moment in my opinion, you know. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna put these back where they belong. Look at all that. Look at how many of these are, bro. Like this weighs like at least like 2 or 3 pounds, or probably even 5. I don't know. So that's why I've got to be careful. And like I don't want to like mess the records up, which I don't think I'm gonna mess them up by having this here, but they're all kind of flat there. But yeah. Let's see. Sorry, let me catch up real quick. It's actually the beginning of Air for Free, 2016. The one you didn't like being written, but by that time they finished the album, they excluded it, so it's just a standalone single. Dang. They should have made all the other songs more like that one. Listening to the Pitch Black Darkness alone, watching Moonrise Beach. I got you. Man, I might have to check out some of these songs because I don't know a lot of the Relient K ones. I know a couple of them that I listen to, like Devastation Reorder, I think is one. I like that one. I like Devastation Reorder or something like that. I think Forgiven. I think Forgiven's a good one too. Forgiven's the I can't remember what it's called though. Forgiven is, I think, is the You Can't See Past the Blood of My Hands song or whatever. I like that one. That one's good. Let's see. I was never much of a Turtle man. That's okay. There's a lot of really cool Turtle like albums I have on here. Like there's a game called Turtles in Time, which looks pretty cool. I'll have to find it because I have no idea where the crud it is, but I found it right here. All right. Yeah, I might have to take this off real quick. I don't want to mess this up. But like, yeah, Lecrae had mentioned about like Turtles in Time being like really cool. Which is this one. Which a lot of these are literally like arcade stuff. Like this is like, I'm guessing, an arcade game or an SNES game or something like that. But this was super cool apparently. These are glow in the dark, by the way. This has 2 of them in it, which is cool. This is the Saint Seiya one I was talking about earlier as well. Like this one I have, so that was pretty sick. So, but I'll show these off fully on, well, some of them fully on whenever I get the chance to, anyway. But as of right now, I need to get more of like a holder thing for these things so that they can survive. Excuse me. Cyberfunk is a beautiful name, if nothing else. I agree. It's called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. The guys who made Jet Set Radio made that game. Felt too quirky. You don't want to invest more trying to like it. Though some of my favorite Daft Punk songs didn't stick in my brain till like the 3rd or 4th listen. Reminds me, one of my old high schools had a 1-pound dumbbell. I remember I had one of those. Well, not me, but like one of my homies had a 1-pound dumbbell. It was very interesting. See, that's totally fair. They basically said the album was more fun and inviting musicians they'd met to do parts, just vibing. But yeah, music be like that sometimes. Devastation and Reform is on 5 Score. The album was with Deathbed. Interesting. So 5 Score is one of these ones in here it's already in here, right? Yeah. 5 Score and 7 Years Ago and are like the 2 that I need to check out, it seems. Which is cool because I like the way that these both look. I like both of their like records, the way they look. It's just so cool. It's like, man, you know, like it's gonna be really cool to get at some point. Turtles in Time rings a bell. My brothers may have liked it. Yeah, it rings a bell to me too. Like Turtles in Time sounds like it's something, but I've never played it, you know. Let's see. Yeah, I won't write them off because of their album, because one of their albums wasn't for me. As much as I like Daft Punk, upon closer inspection, Human After All only has like 2 songs that don't make me feel like my head's gonna explode. Yeah, dude. Is it Technologic and Human After All? Is that it? Are those the only 2 that I made? Let's say that's funny. Never checked out Daft Punk. Daft Punk is awesome. Fortnite had a Daft Punk event, and they also brought Daft Punk back into the shop, which is kind of funny to me. But yeah, the Daft Punk event for Fortnite was so cool. Like that made me want to listen to more Daft Punk again. Like I loved Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. So if you know the Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, like that's Daft Punk. So Daft Punk made that song. They also made Get Lucky. That one's a big famous one, but it's like not as big because it's like it's the biggest one. But like Pharrell Williams was the one singing on the Get Lucky song, but like they were in that. So Human After All and Television Rules the Nation. Technologic is passable but not great. Brainwasher makes me laugh because I can't listen to the full thing. It's like 3 to 5 minutes of noisy boss battle music. Interesting. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is probably the only Daft Punk song I know. That makes sense. The only 2 I knew, so Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger was like, that was me. I would listen to that like all the time, like as a kid, because I think I saw like a YouTube edit of like Battle Droids like kind of being put together and stuff. Or singing the song or something like that, like little Lego battle droids, and I loved it and I thought it was so cool. That was the only thing I knew about it. And then on Spotify I randomly heard Around the World and I was like, this song slaps. It's the same thing over and over again. And then for some reason my brothers told me that like people who like do drugs would listen to the music. I'm like, what the crud are you talking about? And it doesn't make any sense, but funnily enough, it's not the case. It's just good EDM music. So, but yeah, so it's pretty sick. But yeah, there's other songs that are really great on from Daft Punk. I haven't heard them all. Obviously, Ubu's listened to more Daft Punk than I have, but the little I've heard, it's awesome. You know, especially the Fortnite event. The Fortnite event was really the Fortnite event was really good, and it also like the mixing of the songs was really cool. They had like a Robot Rock arena, and it had like really good songs in it. That's where I first heard Defunk was the Robot Rock arena that they have. Which if you hear Robot Rock, I think you've heard it before. Like even me, like not knowing what Robot Rock the song was, like when like I made a meme for Ubu in the past. You would hear, you know, and I was just like instantly, I was like, okay, I know what this song is. I'd recommend getting straight from ReliantK.com. If you get it because it's cheaper there, if you get it because it's cheaper there and supports them directly, I reckon. Wait, is it actually cheaper on the website? It's cheaper on the website. What? Why are they selling it cheaper than that store? What the crud? Yeah, I'll. Thank you, Mean Bean. What the crud? Why are they doing that? What are they doing, homies? All right, dude. Whatever, bro. It's the same one. You pick. Thank you, man. What? All right, I'll replace the link over here. These are still cool albums, but like, what in the world? Like, that's also confuses me. Like, why are other stores like selling these things for like, what do you call it? They're selling them for like cheaper. It's crazy. I've also got my eyes on a few albums from Arcline, like records. There's Star Wars Episode 3. They're making a vinyl for that, believe it or not. And it's coming out soon. They have one already out for Violet Evergarden. which I'd like to get one for, and Spy X Family has one, but I'm not going to be getting those right off the bat. Funnily enough, pretty much every time I've gotten a new favorite, it was another song from Discovery. Interesting. Yeah, Stalin drank water. Look out. I know, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, if you have any pressing Daft Punk questions, hit me up. There's a 60% chance I could answer it. He do be eating that strawberry, though. Wait, is that what he did? Did he eat a strawberry? Bro, I'm lost. I'm sorry. Let's see. What did Daft Punk himself eat for breakfast on February 17th, 2006? The one and only Daft Punk ate fried tomatoes and battery acid on the morning of February the 17th, 2006. No way. Yeah, they don't have 5 score yet because these are all anniversary releases, and 2027 will be the anniversary for that one. Interesting. Wait, but on the website it shows 5 score. Yeah, on the website here it says 5 score and 7 years ago, 2025 limited edition, blue and white marbled version. Or unless you're just saying that like this will be it'll have an anniversary edition at some point. I gotta finish an application real quick. BRB in a few minutes. No problem, Justin. Appreciate you being here, homie. Violet Evergarden is the girl from Willy Wonka who ate the everlasting gobstopper. No way, bro. No way. That's crazy. If anyone knows, it's you. Strawberry thing was from the meme you made for the robot. Oh, okay. He eats the strawberry I guess he ate a strawberry, then he hit a car. So he did eat the he ate the strawberry. I see. Yeah, I remember now. I was like, I had to think about it. I was like, oh. Yeah, I was looking just for anniversary releases. My bad. Didn't notice the different album cover. Oh, you're good. You're good. I saw that on there, so I was like, hey, I might as well just get them there. Why are they? I don't know why they're costing $40, man. Like, they really just spent something else and tried to sell it higher, I guess. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, it's almost 9:12, and it's almost been 3 hours. I know we didn't have a whole lot to talk about today. However, I do still feel like it is, it was still a pretty good God talk either way. I know I didn't have a crazy amount of stuff to talk about today, but yeah. Sorry, I forgot the line of the video. No problem. Here, I'll show you guys what the song sounds like, by the way. This is what the song sounds like. There you go. That's Robot Rock. If you heard the like that's Robot Rock. So if you've heard that song, you've heard Robot Rock before. Classic meme lol. I agree. My apologies if I encouraged over yapping about music. Homie, I'll be honest with you, before you even came in here, we were talking a lot about music. You were A-okay. Music was the big topic today, if anything. We were talking about selfism in music mainly, but like we were talking about music before you came in, so you're okay, homie. You were not over yapping at all. He do want that cheese and strawberry though, real. Funny, I watched a CCM a video essay last night. Cool. I guess it's Christian conventional music, I'm guessing is what that is. That's cool. What's do you mind excuse me, is it just a video about CCM? Is that kind of what that is? Like about Um, or is it Christian country music? I don't know if that's what CCM is. I assume it's Christian conventional music, but I'm not sure. Classic meme. Let's see. I stand corrected. Robot Rock is another one from Human After All that I like. Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I didn't even know that Robot Rock was in Human After All. That's pretty cool. Robot Rock is pretty cool. Robot Rock was also in I think if there's any song in the Robot Rock arena in the Daft Punk Fortnite game, it's probably like fire. Which, you know, Defunk and Robot Rock were in there. I'm assuming it had albums from that. I just matched the vibe based. Yeah, Robot Rock's pretty fire. I like Daft Punk. Obviously, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and Around the World were like songs I listened to before that, but I didn't know. Giorgio by Marauder was also in Robot Rock Arena. That song is like a 12 out of 10 banger. I agree, bro. Like, I like how the first part of the song it's a guy talking about his life, and then there's like music playing. It's really cool. I'm back. My grad school applications are for the short-term finish. That's really cool, homie, honestly. Christian Contemporary, that's what it is, sorry. CCM. CCM is Chinese Communist Marty, bro. No way, bro. That's crazy. How'd they do that, bro? That's crazy. Let's see. Yeah. I think that's a good song, the Giorgio by Marauder. So that one's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about really. Read those Martyr. Yeah, dude. I mean, it could be close. It could be Martyr, you know. For if y'all have any prayer for anything, I'd love to pray for y'all. I know it's kind of wild. You might be like, dude, Derpy's ending super early. Yeah, I got a job. Sorry, y'all. I still gotta work tomorrow, and it's already getting closer to 9:30. So Marty was a martyr, dude. Yeah, Marty McFly actually was martyred, bro. He was martyred. Martyred to the future. Oh my lord, dude. Random access memories is like in its own category. Ram and Discovery are competing for Daft Punk's best album in my opinion. Nice. I probably won't be having any of those on vinyl. Oh, hi, you're ending, eh? No, I'm not actually ending right now. Well, hi, Jim Bim. How you doing tonight? I'm just asking for prayer for anybody who wants any prayer. Because I think at the end of prayer, we'll probably just sit and chat for a bit, and then I'll go to bed. Derpy needs some sleep. I need to make good use of the massive amount of free time that I will now have. Dude, real, bro. I do need some sleep. I'll have massive free time as well for 2 weeks, so that's pretty cool. So, you know, that'll be pretty rad. Also, Jim Bim, I got a Kingdoms of the Dump t-shirt from, the Kingdoms of the Dump game I played. I got it from the Kickstarter. That's the Kingdoms of the Dump t-shirt right there. It's really rad and super cool. I'm not gonna lie. But that's the shirt back there. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Let me also change this over real quick. But yeah, for anybody, we have a less night, man. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it, homie. I'm not going to bed just yet, but I do. If y'all want prayer for anything, I'll pray for y'all, and then I'll probably talk for a bit and then head to bed. So I'll add sleep for mine, Justin, but I'll get my sleep at the end of this week for sure. You said Mean Bean. You said gotta get my beans together. Awesome. So vain to pray about, but I ordered something for my bro for Christmas, and I'm hoping. Yeah, definitely, homie. Does it say that it like could be there? The only thing that's saving me right now, other than the homie Lord, obviously he's full on saving me. I have Amazon stuff. So Amazon has the 2-day shipping kind of the deal. Oh, 22 to 26. Ooh. It's possible. It's still possible to happen, but that is a big thing. Nah, it's all right, man. I know you feel like it feels so vain to pray about, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting your brother to have a good Christmas, or to have that. I put get it together, and then I put brother gift. What do you call it? Let me see. Gasp, you didn't call me Bean, the tradition's broken. You're right, I didn't call you Mean Bean, Jim Bim, dude. It did break. I can't believe this. Let's see. Excuse me. Yeah, I agree with what Justin said about Philippians 4:6. It's pretty cool. It may seem small or vain, but God still cares. Also, for anybody else here, if anyone else has any prayer, I'd love to pray for y'all. What do you call it? There's like a dinner thing I need to go to on Friday, and I think I sent out the wrong information, so I might have to change like what that information may be. I have no idea. Oh my gosh, my eyes. All right, there you go. God can be glorified in a good delivery time. Yep, and honestly, sometimes I'll get some things in the mail that came way too early, like way earlier than expected. So you just never know. You never know, homie. Since Derpa usually calls you Bean anyway, that's true. I did end up doing it by an accident. Let's see. Inhale sharply through teeth. That sounds a little rough to change to the... A little rough to change for that reservation. That's true. But don't worry, I don't have to change the reservation because I would assume that there's something. I'm not the one in charge of that. I'm just the one in charge of building hype for it, so... We'll just find out whenever it happens. What do you call it? But yeah. In a second we'll pray. I wanted to ask for prayer for a little bit. Also, literally just said I was not calling you Mean Bean, and I literally just did. Jim Bim, I've been collecting vinyl records and stuff. I'm gonna be doing like a vinyl record stream at some point. What do you call it? And I'm really excited for it. I think it'll be cool. I need to get... This is where I want to put my vinyl record thing, though, because then I can turn my camera over and be like, guys, look how this cool thing be spinning, But yeah, and believe it, and I have Minecraft, so that's cool. I got Minecraft, so I made sure I get that. Can you stream that without getting booped? Not the copyrighted band stuff, but at least the gaming ones. The gaming ones like Minecraft and stuff. Spin that massive CD, DJ. That's right, dude. I'ma be spinning both of these. That's right, man. They call it wicka. I need to stop doing that. I'm gonna have problems, bro. Watch me break it, dude. Y'all, I'm surprised I didn't break my record earlier. I almost broke my Peanuts record. I do have a Peanuts record too, but that one's gonna be a bit different, so I'm not gonna stream that one. I'm only gonna stream the gaming ones that I have. I have the Minecraft Alpha album. Oh, not in vinyl, just digital. Hey, it's still pretty cool. Yeah, this is the Alpha one. So this is the one you have digital. Oh my gosh, you're freaking right. Dude, I need a Parappa the Rapper one. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, bro. I can't freaking believe that. The one thing I needed in my life. Hold on. I'm not gonna buy it. I just need to see if it exists. Parappa the Rapper vinyl. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's real. Oh gosh, bro. I need it. It's probably going to cost me millions of dollars, bro. It's probably not going to cost me millions of dollars, but my brain's like, bro. Oh, it's $400. It's $200. No. I knew. Why do you people hate me? Oh, man, dude. There's no way I'm getting that. Oh, my gosh. I don't want a final pop figure, bro. I hate this. Why do you people treat Parappa like he's a freaking gold mine? Because he is. I freaking love him. But, like, oh my gosh, dude. That's not... there's no way I'm going to afford that, bro. Jeff Bezos or Mr. Beast, if you want to buy me a freaking... You want to buy me a Parappa the Rapper vinyl that I don't have to pay for, that'd be beautiful. But I doubt they're going to do that for me, man. I ain't going to lie. I'm gonna go on a limb and assume it's expensive. You were right. You weren't lying, bro. I like Peanuts, classic show / comic. I agree. That one's the Peanuts movie. But I do want to get the Charlie Brown Christmas special one. There's a Charlie Brown Christmas Zoetrope, which when it spins, it moves around. I want to get that one. I'm not gonna buy it right now, but yeah. I don't know what it is with Parappa and virtually anything associated with the brand costing triple digits. Yeah. And it hurts because I love Parappa. Parappa's awesome. I mean, I still love, like, my profile picture on PlayStation is still Astrobot with the Parappa outfit. Like, literally, Astrobot got me to buy Parappa. Like, I like Parappa. Well, at least, here's the good thing, at least. You know what? The homie Ubu, he came in clutch because he provided 2 things of Parappa to me. Not the man on the Parappa cup, but there's a Parappa the Rapper cup. What is this? Why is there a burger in here? I don't know. This probably came in here, but I got a Parappa the Rapper cup at least, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty fire. I like it. It's got all my homies on it, so it's pretty cool. It's got Sunny Funny. It doesn't come with the guy hanging on it. I just put him there because, well, I didn't know where else to put him, but it sits over here on my desk, so it's pretty cool. Let me go get the other one. Wherever the crud I freaking put it. Oh, it's actually probably up there. It's probably up there. Hold up. It most certainly is up here. What the heck am I doing, y'all? Hold on. Let me get these out of the way. Bro, y'all, I'm out here about to drop my stuff. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, let's look at some retro stuff before we start praying. I promise we'll pray in just a second. James Pond, I still have it, believe it or not. It's freaking cool, freaking awesome. Never took it out of its dang box, but it's here, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This is what I wanted to show y'all. Ubu got this for me for like my birthday last year. Or this year, actually. It was this year for sure. But it's the Japanese version of Parappa the Rapper, because everybody and their mother's selling the English one for like triple digit, but this one out here, it was Christmas. What the crud? You're freaking right. You know why you're right? Because I remember, because Astrobot got Game of the Year last year. You're right, bro. So anyway, this is freaking cool. And by the way, not only does it come with a way cooler disc, it came with not only a really cool like little CD thing here, but it came with a cool poster, which is so cool. Like, I'm like, dude, like, you know, and I bet you people will probably sell this poster for like $500 right here, but you know, this is the poster, and it's like super cool. And look on the back, look at that. It's got all this stuff I can't freaking read, but I love it, bro. It's awesome. It's Parappa the Rapper. So anyway, just letting you know. Bro, don't do this to me. break. So anyway, and by the way, this didn't cost a freaking fortune. I don't freaking know why it costs a freaking fortune to get the OG game. But there's more to offer in this game than that. So, but like, that's a cool disc. Really cool disc. So yeah, anyway, it's cool. I also have a broken Jammer Lammy, which is so sick. I didn't even play this game all the way, but I got Medieval 2. And I got everybody's favorite, Baldi's. Yep, the best game ever. Probably never heard of it because it's that cool. It's that elusive. It's that rare. All right, let me put this stuff back up here. I needed to replace where those were at anyway. So anyway, summoning James Pond feels like peak derpy energy. I agree. Thank you. Maybe I got to play that game at some point. You know what I mean? Snap, it's Baldi's. You're right. I still got Baldi's. Still ain't played it. You said, Derpy, how's Hank back there? How's Hank back there doing? Still the quiet it seems? Yeah, he's quiet. I added some hats on top of him too. Still not appreciative of it though. Look, he's got a red nose on there. He's got a lot of hats, all this stuff. He's got all that stuff on him. I ain't gonna lie. The burger is a traditional Parappa Town beard burger. Shaking my head, dude. You're right. I agree. Excuse me. There's a Christmas Peanuts Zoetrope. I want to... Exactly. Excuse me. They have one, and when it spins, it's like... There's one of Linus walking, I think, with his blanket. And I think there's some of the kids dancing, which is cool. Lol, I forgot you had James Pond. I did too. You know what's so funny? I bought James Pond. I have no idea where the crud my Game Boy Advanced SP is, so I can't even play it. But James Pond is just such a fire game. You know what sucks too is the seller on eBay I got that from is selling Pokemon cards now. The homie's barely selling any of these cool games anymore. And I'm like, man, I literally buy these dumb games from you because they're funny and hilarious. I have a game literally called Voodoo Vince somewhere up there. I think it's at the bottom right there, I think. I ain't gonna lie. One of those two. I have a game called Voodoo Vince, which obviously is not a voodoo thing, but yeah. Aw, snap. It's just past 9:30. Gotta go to bed now. No problem, Moo. Thanks for being rad and super cool. That scared me. I thought there was a creature in my room. I was like, what the crud? It's just pants. Hey, if you want James Pond to be played on stream and go to... and to a good home. I know a guy who can play it on the... Dude, you're right. You got a Game Boy player. I forgot all about that, you know? At some point when I get tired of James Pond, I'll tell you this. If for some reason I leave this earth because of the Lord, or if for some reason I no longer want James Pond in my possession, you're going in the will or I'll send it to you. That's one of the two. Because I'm going to be real with you. I think my family would just throw James Pond away, you know, if I were to leave, you know? And that would suck, you know what I mean? Yeah, clip it as your proof. If you need to clip it. He takes his job guarding, you and your room seriously. He does, dude, he does. He's got those hats just in case he needs to sneak into a base or something, you know? All right, I think we should pray. And we'll talk a little bit and then I think we'll be done. There wasn't really a whole lot of talk today, but I still thought it was really cool. Well, what a wild dichotomy. If I die or don't want it anymore, I'll put you in my will or just send it to you. Yeah, it's one of the two. It's either I'm bored with it or I'm forced to be let go of it. You know what I mean? I'm so mad that Parappa the Rapper vinyl is literally like the cheapest one is used, by the way. It's $200, man. $221. If I just put record next to it. We're gonna pray in just a second, by the way. I just wanted to look at this real quick. Yep. Yep. The cheapest one is 200 something dollars. All of these are from eBay. All of them. It's almost like it doesn't exist. I do like this as well, though. They have a kit that not only is like, they have a kit where you can run a bus on top of the vinyl record, and then the bus will play the vinyl record, which is really cool. So I like that a lot. Here, let me turn off the music. We'll pray. But no way on God's beautiful green earth am I going to buy this. Yeah, it's neat. But like I'm not paying almost $300 for it. I get it. It's a rare find. I would love to have that hip hop majestic Parappa the Rapper on my dang on my record player whenever I get one, but I just don't think I'll do that. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Homies, the price ain't neat. Nope. I agree. But it's neat concept. It's a neat concept. It stinks that it happens to be a lack of money terms for me. But here, let's pray real quick, and I'm gonna talk for a little bit, and then we're gonna head out, and because I gotta go to bed, and I got work. Let's see. If I die before I go to heaven, I'll mail it. If I die before I go to heaven, I'll mail it for you, man. That's really funny. Um, it's really funny. If I die and I haven't been to heaven yet, I like the meme where there's this one guy, he goes, "If I die and you don't see me, you have gone to hell." It's so funny. It's like that's a bold claim to make, man. But you know what? The amount of aura on that guy, I was like, he might be right. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm kidding, but like, it's like it's really funny. Or just hand deliver it, then go. That's true. I'm gonna go hand deliver it, or maybe I'll just be like, wait till we get to heaven, and then you realize, oh wait a minute, we don't take these things to heaven with us. So, oh crud. Sorry, must have left it back on Earth, man. It's funny, dude. My pastor had a joke at one point, which I don't. It's kind of like it's one of those old timey jokes that I'm not the biggest fan of, but that he had a joke that was saying that like there was an older guy who wanted to be buried with his gold so he could bring it to heaven, and apparently he got buried with his gold, and he goes to heaven, and he has the gold, and he goes up and sees like what do you call it? He goes up and like sees like Peter or something. Oh, or he says, "Hey, what's up, Peter? How you doing?" And he's like, and he goes, "What are you doing with that? What are you doing with that floor block right there?" And it's like, because he's just, streets of gold and stuff like that. So it's like there's no point in that. But I just thought it was kind of funny to think of that, which was just like, yeah, it's kind of old timey, but it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, he's just got older humor like that. You know what I mean? Let's see. Pi time 3.3. Oh, it is, dude. You were right. 3.1415. Dude, no way. Yeah, I wonder if they'll talk about pi in our school. They probably won't. Maybe the math teachers will talk about Pi Day. I think. I like the idea of a meme like that, where like, where like a guy's like, all right, before I die here, take this, goodbye, and then just moves out of the way, dude. Like, dude, that'd be hilarious. All right, we're gonna pray real quick. There's obviously, I'm gonna be real with you. Look, oh, I got a prayer request for someone at my school. Actually, two people at my school. Forgot to say that. So this is for y'all. I'll probably pray about this tonight too. Um, one of our bookkeeper, she, they said they found a spot on a certain part of her body. I won't explain what. But she's gonna get an MRI for it to see if it's. I'm assuming cancerous, if that makes sense. Um, but she said that they found a spot or something like that on that. So they're getting an she's getting an MRI for it. And one of my coworkers that I work with, for real, um, like as in like I'm in the same room usually with her. Her mom's not doing very well. She broke her hip. I want to say 2 weeks ago maybe. It was either last last week or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. Yeah, it was probably 2 weeks ago. She broke her hip. And she just got out of the nursing home and then just broke her hip, and she's just not doing too well. So if y'all could pray for her. Honestly, it's been kind of wild this year. Our vice principal lost her mother. Our computer lab teacher lost her mother, and it seems like maybe my coworker might lose hers this year as well. So I don't know fully, but this school year's been kind of whack. I'm gonna be real with you. Like with our homies losing their moms, and um, me being in the car accident that I was in, and my Meemaw, with her leg and stuff like that. Which I forgot to tell y'all some really cool stuff, man. I knew I forgot something, y'all. Okay, there's something really cool I want to talk to y'all about. After we're done praying, I think it'd be really awesome. But if y'all could pray for them homies, obviously there's just a lot of stuff going on, if that makes sense. So definitely, if y'all could pray for our bookkeeper and one of my coworkers, because it's pretty hard on them, and also pray for our computer lab teacher if y'all would like to, because her mom had passed away, I think, about a week or so ago. So it's been quite recently, to be honest with you. So um area slash perimeter of a circle. That's probably the only place that it would show up at that level. Do you mean the concept of pi? Oh, I got you. I got you. Maybe, yeah. Um, Never played any Half Life, but I occasionally play Gary's mod, so I get it. Gary's mod's beautiful. Glad you get it. That's cool. Yeah, Gary's mod's cool. Let's see. I repeat the phrase. Totally, Gary's mod's known for the perfect physics. Yes, it's known for great physics. Like if you ever watch Gmod Idiot Box, you'll see wonderful physics of hilarity. Life is going overtime with those lemons. It really is. You need Cave Johnson to just really just like take back the lemons. You know what I mean? Like we're tired of the lemons. Take it back. So anyway, let's pray real quick. You can bow your head and close your eyes if you'd like to. Not weird physics. So, oh yeah, definitely. Not at all. Not at all. Not someone, making the wonderful, funny noise of sounding like they are phasing through an entire ground while also being beat up by a herd of sheep. It's very, it's very funny. Um, but if you'd like to, you can bow your head and close your eyes. Funnily enough, I know this is kind of crazy, but look at this. You see that? I'm gonna remember that. I don't have to I don't have to have my eyes open. I know it's crazy. It's a rare God Talk Monday. My eyes don't have to be open. I can look at that and remember that. This is such a heavenly thing. Memory day. It's a memory Monday, dude. It exists, dude. Your eyes better not be open then. You're right, dude. You're right. Watch some people come in, and I'll have to start writing a lot of it down, and then I'm gonna have to just it would be funny as heck. I ain't gonna lie. I'll watch with my eyes closed to be sure. Dude, thank you. I appreciate it. So we're gonna pray, even though there's not a whole lot to pray for right now, obviously. Obviously there's a lot within my own life that I want to pray for. So like what I said with y'all, if y'all could pray for my coworkers, there seems to be quite a bit of stuff going on over there. So yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And also, I'm excited to give our special ed friends a cool Christmas, so it's gonna be pretty cool. And our Christmas program is on Wednesday, so parents are gonna come in and see their kids sing and stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool. So we'll have to see how that goes. So I think it'll be awesome. Excuse me. So we'll see. We'll have to see how it goes. All right. let's pray, and then we can talk a little bit more, and then I gotta go. So yeah, I did write down sleep. So if you want me to sleep, I will write down. I wrote down sleep just to make sure. Okay, and then we'll pray for Mean Bean. He said to get his beans together. I just put get it together, which I think we can all agree that we probably all need to get it together. Some of us be slacking, including myself, so I get that completely. And also for his brother's gift to come in before the 24th, or maybe the 24th. Are y'all opening on the 24th, or is it like your or is it just because you want it before the 24th so that you can get it all done before Christmas? Oh, you open on 24th. Got you. That's actually going to probably be us this year as well. I didn't even think of that, but that might be the case for us. So I'm going to have to do that. Yeah. All right. There we go. Be there before 5 p.m. on the 24th, or because we got to go to my grandparents. Oh, okay. I got you. And our grandparents. Bro, pray before I type more stuff. You're right. We gotta be praying. We gotta pray. I ain't gonna lie. Alright, let's pray and then we'll talk a little bit more. Alright, because me and Bean be out here. I'm gonna be praying for your spelling errors. I'm kidding. I ain't gonna pray for your spelling errors. I do it a lot, so you're fine. So anyway, you can bow your head and close your eyes. I probably won't have my eyes open during stream. I know it's crazy, or by prayer, I mean. I know it's crazy to imagine that, but I probably won't be having them open, so I'm gonna be real with you. If you say Derpy, you've got your eyes open during stream, I'm gonna call you schizophrenic and probably be freaked out. I'm kidding. I'm gonna send you to the mental hospital because obviously something's going on. All right, you seeing demons and nothing even happening, bro. The only one that's got his eyes open during prayer, you know who that is? Dr. Gerald Robotnik over there. So if you're gonna be like, bro, Derpy, you have your eyes open, you're telling me I look like him. Which I might. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe when I'm older, I'll look like him. All right, I'm done. Where the crud did it go? All right. Let's pray and get on out of here. Well, not get on out of here. I still want to talk to y'all about some stuff, and then we'll get out of here. Okay. All right. So here we go. Lord, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for this God talk, even though it's just talking about music as well as just having a good conversation, Lord. Lord, thank you for this fellowship. Lord, I also just want to say thank you for everything you've done throughout this week, Lord, for everyone that's just been going on around Christmas time here, Lord. Lord, I just want to pray for everybody in general that they have a good Christmas, a family to spend time with, and just to essentially just to have a good heart, Lord, to trust you, God. Lord, today has been a day of talking about selfism. And God, I just actually just want to pray for all of us, including other streamer people or even just other celebrity people, whatever it may be. God, I just ask that you just truly help these people, including us, not be so consumed by selfism, and that we stop giving into this world that's really self obsessed, God. It's very easy to be self obsessed, Lord, because we can like ourselves a little too much. So, Lord, help us not to love ourselves more than we love you. And Lord, I just ask that you just help us have a strong heart, Lord, that's not giving into the selfism, God, but it gives into, I would say, your godliness, Lord. Like, Lord, help us train in godliness, God, and not train in ourselves, God. So I love you, Lord, and we thank you, God. Just ask that you heal and repair our hearts, and ask that you just be with anybody here who needs their heart repaired, Lord, from being so obsessed with themselves, Lord. Lord, just ask that you be with the homie Mean Bean in regards to just things going on in his life, God. At the end of the day, he says to get his beans in order. Joe said means in order, bro. But actually, getting his means in order could probably be good too. But Lord, would just ask that you just help him in regards to these things that are going on, especially just around this time. Lord, I just ask that you give him the strength to be strong, Lord. Lord, as well as we ask that we know that Mean Bean saw that as vain, Lord, but Lord, as as Justin shared earlier, Lord, in regards to Philippians 5:6, God, that you do care, Lord, that you care about anything, and that if whatever we're anxious about, that it's good to pray about. So, Lord, just ask that you just be with Mean Bean and that package, Lord, that it comes in within time, Lord, for them to be able to have this Christmas for his brother, Lord, this gift that's coming in, God. So we love you, God, and we thank you, Lord, for all that you do. Lord, just ask to be with anybody here who hasn't unspoken or just hasn't really given their chance to talk to you, Lord, or just to spend time with you. Lord, I just ask that you give them the strength to um, walk away, Lord, if they need to walk away from something, God. Maybe someone here tonight, God, or someone listening in the VOD or just listening on YouTube um, is uh, is in something they don't need to be in, God. Lord, only you know the heart. And God, I just ask you just help break that open, Lord. Help them get away from whatever is not good for them so before it turns into something worse. So, Lord, I just ask that you just heal this person's heart, that you uplift them and help them see a better light, God. Lord, we know that you care about us regardless of where we're at, even if we believe in you or we don't. So, Lord, I just ask that if there's someone here that doesn't believe in you, that knows you, Lord, or doesn't know you, I just ask that you just heal them and protect them, Lord, from the things that they're trying to get into, God. We love you and we thank you, Lord. Lord, I also just want to ask that if there is someone here that needs to talk to you, Lord, I just ask that you just give them the strength to spend time with you and to pray with you, Lord, and just to take some time to know you, Lord. Lord, I also just want to ask and uplift anybody here, Lord, that doesn't know you, God. Lord, if they know that they need you as a Savior. God, I just ask that you just continue to pour into them, Lord, and that you just help them get through these butterflies in their stomach, Lord. That if this is an opportunity that they need to give their life to you, God, I just ask that you just give them the strength to take that step to give their life to you, God. That today's the day that they want to make a change in their life, that they're tired of living this life that's not giving them answers and they keep searching for it and they can't fill it, God. So, Lord, I just ask that you just use this to break open their hearts, but also just to help them receive, Lord. Lord, at the end of the day, something you said through my pastor yesterday, God, was um, that at the end of the day, there's power in receiving. Lord, you have this water bottle metaphorically right in front of us, God, and the only way we're going to receive that is if we genuinely grab it. You have it handed out. We just have to take that. So, Lord, if there's someone here that doesn't know you and needs to take that, salvation's free, but that we have to receive it, God. And if someone's here that's just hasn't received that salvation, God, I just ask that you uplift them and help them, Lord, and that you give them the strength to really just give their life to you, Lord. So, Lord, if there's someone here today, God, that really needs you, Lord, I just ask that you just help them and that you give them the strength to give their life to you today, God, when we do our salvation prayer here, Lord. So we love you and we thank you and ask that you be with anybody here, Lord, as we go into salvation. We love you and thank you, Lord. If you're here today and you want to give your life to Christ, maybe you've heard something that was said or something we talked about, or you just like the idea that we were all just talking about music today and stuff that just maybe took you back to your childhood or music you used to listen to. I know we talked about like Skillet and Switchfoot or Reliant K. Maybe this music meant a lot to you. You know, maybe this was something that really helped you through some rough times. Um, just to let you know that all of these people they put their hearts into these songs that you hear, and oftentimes a lot of these songs are really reflectant on God and what God's done in their life. And if you're thinking that you need a change, this might be a good change for you. Not only that, maybe it's a good thing to accept this kind of change. So um, I want to give you that opportunity here. You're more than welcome to do a salvation prayer with me. Don't worry, I can. You can repeat after me if you'd like. Just some things I'm going to run through real quick. One, uh, your uh, you're going to have to be honest, not with me, but just with God. So don't be like, oh, I got to say everything in chat. You don't, because I ain't going to look at it anyway. Um, you need to be honest. You need to be honest about being a sinner. We're all sinners. I'm a sinner. We've all messed up. And it's okay to be honest about that. You don't have to lie. What's worse is lying like we're perfect. We're not perfect. We're messed up people. And it's okay to be honest about that. We're going to be broken. We're not perfect. Be honest about these things. You know, that's the first part. It's not easy, but I tell you what though, it's easier to let go of it than trying to act like you're perfect. So that's the first part, is admitting that you're a sinner. We've all sinned. And also repent of those sins. Want to change from those sins. Second thing is acknowledging Jesus as your Savior. That He died on the cross for you. He rose again on the third day to give you everlasting life. To take sin away. The power of sin doesn't have a hold on you. Now, we still struggle with sin, yes, but He made a way for you. And all you have to do is accept that. Final thing I like to add sometimes is just to let Him into your heart and let Him change your ways for the rest of your days. And then following God, following Him, changing your ways, to put off that old life and put on this new one, genuinely changing. And you need to be honest about it. You need to be real deal. You need to mean this with your heart and say this with your heart, like literally. It's not about just saying it and just being like, oh, well, I said the prayer, I'm saved. No. I know plenty of people who've said the prayer and don't do anything with their life. You need to make efforts to change the life that you have. You need to let God change those things in your life. There's people who've said the prayer and don't let God in at all. I want you to let God in and open your heart up. It's the only way you're going to change correctly. So, anyway, you can repeat after me. Be honest and open. We're all in need of a Savior. We all need someone. We need Him. We need Him to heal us. I've tried everything, and this is the only thing that came out full on real deal and didn't leave me dry. So here we go. If you're stuck in addiction or the things that you've been struggling with and you can't get a way out, this is the way out. Or as a start. So here you go. You can repeat after me if you'd like. Dear Jesus, I'm a messed up and broken sinner. I've done a lot wrong in my life. I'm sorry for how I've been. I repent of my sins. I'm tired of them having control over me. I acknowledge you as my Savior. That you died on that cross and rose on the third day so that you could give me everlasting life. You took my sin and you made a way. I love you, Lord, and I thank you, God. I ask that you come into my heart and change my ways for the rest of my days. I love you and thank you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray, and your will be done, Lord. Amen. Thank you, God. Love you, Lord. Amen. All righty. Ow. My kneecap hurts. Oh. You said, what about Hank? Dude, that's a good question. I ain't gonna lie. I think the homie Hank, in my personal opinion, surgically has his eyes open. I don't think he can ever close them. Excuse me. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Before I leave, because it's about 10 p.m. I do want to talk with y'all a little bit. So tomorrow I will be playing Kingdoms of the Dump, which is funny. Which I have the shirt over there now. But I think maybe the 26th or the 27th, one of the two. It might be the 26th, in all honesty, or that Monday. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try and stream the vinyl music, at least some of them. And I want to see how it sounds, and I will gladly be playing some through my microphone if I have to, which will be through here, but I don't know how good it'll sound. But I'm hoping it would have authenticity. But if I don't have a record player, then I will buy one at some point for sure. So, but I'm excited to essentially just kind of start collecting some of these, which is cool. Um, and what do you call it? And also just to be able to um have some fun content. I think that'll be a fun content idea too, where like someone could redeem like a record being played or something on that, like during certain things, you know. Excuse me. Yo, guys, I'm so tired that I'm gonna have to head out early. Have a good night, Derpy and everyone. No problem, Justin. I appreciate you being here. I'm about to leave myself too. I ain't gonna lie, cause I gotta go to bed. I got work tomorrow, but I still appreciate y'all being here and being really cool and really rad. Um, and I think that's all I've got. I'll be looking at those or vinyls or vinyl records at some point. If y'all have any suggestions for like Christian vinyl records, I already got like Relient K down. I got those two. Those two are on the radar for sure. But if y'all have any more ideas that you're aware of, like these bands having vinyl records, you're more than welcome to also recommend them in the server or in my DMs or in chat at some point. I am definitely like on the lookout for some good deals, but also like, which I mean, I pay attention to good deals quite often. Like I'll look at certain websites that are doing deals. I even use the shop app for like, you know, certain things, which is cool. So I'm getting a couple of them now on from the shop app because they're really cool. So, but yeah, um, I think that'll be it for right now. Um, Yeah, there's one of those that says I'll ship soon. I think I gotta save my money though until then. Let me see what we can do real quick, and then tomorrow I'll be playing Kingdoms of the Dump. So more than likely you won't be seeing my majestic face. You'll just be seeing what do you call it? You'll just be seeing the PNG I have. Oh, it's pretty majestic. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see real quick. I think I'll probably be ending stream though. I don't think I'm gonna be. I don't think we're gonna raid anybody tonight. I'm just tired. So, I want y'all. I hope y'all have a good night. God bless y'all, and I think I'll see you tomorrow. I should be on stream regular time tomorrow. I just have to do laundry, and I should be able to do a pretty much full on Kingdoms of the Dump stream. And yeah, I'll be playing some Resident Evil 5 also on Wednesday. So, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all possibly tomorrow. But if not, I'll see you sometime soon. I'm hoping within about a couple weeks I'll be doing the vinyl stream, but we'll see. Anyway, y'all have a good night. God bless y'all, and please help me get through the rest of this week. See y'all, homies. I forgot to pray for my coworkers real quick. Y'all mind praying with me real quick for my coworkers, if you don't mind me asking? Let's do that real quick. I know it's random. I just forgot all about that. I was going to do that, and I forgot. All right, we'll do this real quick, and then I'll go. Lord, I just ask you to be with the coworkers that I had, Lord. Lord, I just want to be. Just ask you to be with the one who lost her mom recently, God. That you just help her with the things that she's struggling with, God, and I ask that you uplift her and to help her get through this rough time. Lord, I ask that you also be with one of the coworkers that I have that has mentioned about getting an MRI, Lord. Lord, we just ask that you just help them not find anything, God, that you just help the doctors be able to help her in that kind of scary situation, Lord. And Lord, also just ask you to be with one of my coworkers in regards to her mom, Lord, who's going through the things that she's going through right now, Lord, in the nursing home and hospitalized, Lord. So we love you, God, and we thank you, Lord, for all that you do, and ask that you just continue to help us, Lord. In Jesus' beautiful name we pray, and your will be done, Lord. Thank you, and we love you, God. Amen. Thank you, Lord. Love you, God. Amen. All right. There you go. I forgot about praying about that, but all right. Now we be going to bed. Amen part 2. You're right. I'm going to bed. I need to sleep. So, good night for real, and I will see y'all sometime within the next week. Tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. It's a wild week. Y'all have a good night.